All right, hello everyone. Good evening. How are you all doing tonight?
I like how you still have your juice with you.
Yes, Graha's gone, he's dead, but I keep the juice in memory. Do you want some?
Yes, please.
Okay, ready? Here you go.
Thank you.
Ah, how was it?
Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. Delicious.
Thank goodness.
Just as I expected Cowboys to taste like.
Oh, what does that taste like? Oh, thirsty redeem. Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Nilla Bean, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yum, 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 yum.
Hi, Nilla Bean.
Listen, the juice isn't just leftover. I'm just... like, I've kept it chilled, it's been in the fridge, it's still fresh.
Good.
But yes, Freyja, paint us a word picture of the taste. Go ahead.
Oh, goodness. It tastes like how, cuddles with cats in the morning taste like.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You'll have to decipher it yourself.
Well, there you have it, chat. There you have it.
There you have it.
That's your explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Tyrek knows what you mean, so maybe I'm the odd one out. Maybe I'm just the one who doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll understand someday.
Maybe one day. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate your support. Melly contributed 2,000. I feel like it's so funny because I don't make a big deal of Ardbert, but I feel like people are already going like really hard on juicing him.
He needs to be juiced.
You haven't even met him.
I know, but he needs to be juiced. I know this for a fact.
You need to see him juiced. Oh my god. It's so funny because it's like, oh, I guess I can't delete the Blender asset. I need to keep that around just in case. I need to keep it for the next juicing.
You do.
I'm like, is this just gonna be my thing?
It's just juicing.
Yeah.
Juicing fantasy 14, boys? Yes, please.
I can't juice men by hand. It would get so tiring. Can you imagine the toll?
Oh, it would be terrible.
Yeah, I'm sure once Ardbert's done, I'll run another poll for the next boy to be juiced.
None of them will escape.
Eventually we'll just like have a hit list with all the men on it and cross them off one by one. Freyja, what are you gonna do when it's Thancred's turn?
Cry, look away.
I'm gonna juice your man.
No, I couldn't.
I'm gonna juice your stupid husband.
No, leave my stupid husband alone.
Your 32-year-old husband who sits down and plays does knife tricks on his own.
He's so cute. Please help.
God. Alright, I feel like we should probably get back on topic though. As much as I want to talk about juicing men all night, I know we can't do that.
I guess we have a game to play.
I guess we do. Oh boy. So, last time on Fata Morgana, Jacopo was being a good boy.
Was he? Was he?
Yes.
Was he?
Tell me one thing he did that wasn't good, Freyja.
Everything, literally everything that he did. What are you talking about? He's racist. He's sexist. He's mean to women. He everything. He's just so bad.
Give me specifics. What specifically did he do that was so bad? Come on.
Everything. I told you.
You're being very vague about it. Fine, I'll take over. And I'm gonna be a very unbiased, good review.
Okay, good luck.
Okay, so, yeah, last time we found out a little bit more about the white-haired girl and Jacopo's kind of marriage and the circumstances behind it. We actually have not had his point of view when talking to his wife yet. So that's interesting. It's all been from, you know, mostly from kind of the white-haired girl and Maria's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also interesting because we don't typically get the white-haired girl's point of view.
No.
But yeah, so we found out basically it was an arranged marriage. Jacopo had money but no like name or title to kind of back him in the business world. And the white-haired girl's family was like very well known, very renowned. She comes from a noble line, but they had fallen on hard times and had no money. So basically, their parents arranged it because, like, this is a win-win situation. It's something both of our families need. So they didn't even meet each other until the wedding day. So yeah, basically they just had to be married and get to know each other through that, which is kind of an interesting, kind of stressful situation, I'm sure, to be put in. But
Absolutely.
even though the white-haired girl was nervous about it, she was optimistic at first. She talks about how, right after their wedding, they were given some time for a honeymoon, but because she is so sickly, she can't really go out in the sun for long periods of time. She wouldn't be really able to handle a trip for their honeymoon, and so since she's new to America, she wanted to be just kind of taken around town instead and kind of see it and get to, know this new place that would be her new home. And so he took her out to a camera shop where he gave her a phenakistoscope, which is basically like a little wheel that you spin and it creates kind of like an old-timey little animation by staring at the pictures on it. So because it's spinning so fast, the illustrations on it look like they move. And she just loves it. She thinks it's great. And she decides that even though Jacopo is kind of like rough and, not always the nicest person, she kind of sees him as just kind of awkward and not knowing how to express himself, but someone that she has decided that she, is happy with and that she loves.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, as time has gone on, he's gotten more and more and more harsh on her. And her friend, a maid in the mansion named Maria, is kind of like basically her only real friend at all. The only person who kind of like gives her any respect at all in the mansion. Everybody else just kind of looks down and talks down on her or disrespects her because she's not respected by her husband. So, it doesn't make her look like a good thing. Yeah, they're lesbians. They're very lesbian. Freyja had to read a nice line about sucking fingers.
Oh, I sure did. That was
great. I forgot that you got those horny lines.
I did. That's okay. For Maria, I'll do anything.
Yes. Maria's very cool, though. She basically is like, she reminds the white-haired girl, like, hey, you could divorce him if you wanted to. Like, we're legally allowed to do that now. The white-haired girl's basically, no, I don't wanna. But, Maria's around to try and encourage her. But, that can only do so much. Jacopo does some things like he has the white-haired girl's precious rose garden just torn down so that he can put in a miniature train track in the yard.
What a move.
God.
What a mood.
Things like that. Oh yes, just before that, the maid and the white-haired girl meet in the garden, and the maid kind of asks her, like, oh hey, like, this is like the third time I've seen you here. You've been here so many times, do you really not remember any of it? And the white-haired girl's like, no, I haven't been here before. I've, never even really gone outside before, I moved here. You seem to know me, but I swear I don't know you, and it's just a very distressing conversation for the white-haired girl. But the maid just kind of keeps on pressing her, and keeps being like, oh, are you sure? Like, is there anything, do your memories ever seem hazy, or like weird, or off? And it's just a very weird, kind of unsettling little, like, situation, little exchange.
Very spooky.
Mm-hmm. But it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yes.
What else to note? Another thing is that there was an interaction between Maria and the white-haired girl that I think kind of tipped things over the edge a little bit, where the white-haired girl was stuck in her room, and Maria goes to visit her, and she's like, hey, like, your husband is gone for the night. Let's look at this, like, what'd she say? Let's go out for a dance. And she was showing her this perfume that all the girls like right now. So she like sprayed some perfume on her and was like, yeah, get dressed up. We'll go out and we'll just dance in the hall. No one's gonna see us. Your husband's gone, so it'll be fine. We can go just have a nice evening. So we did that. They went out together. just into the... Was it the dance hall? I don't know. One of the rooms.
The main hall, I believe it was.
The main hall? Yeah, there we go. So they're dancing around in the main hall, and lo and behold, Jacopo comes home anyway, and gets really mad and is like, "Are you cheating on me? Why are you all, like, who are you all dressed up for, huh?"
Yeah, why are you all, like, tired and out of breath? Like, what is going on?
Yeah. So she gets, and she tries to, explain herself. Same with Maria, tries to stick up for her, but he will not have it, and he gets mad, and he's like, "Go to your room, stay in your room. Don't go out." There's also a scene before that where Jacopo's brother, quote-unquote brother, comes in and asks him for money, and this takes a bit of explaining, but it basically sounds like they are not blood brothers, but part of the same, I don't remember what term they used.
I guess the
Not
same kind of,
mafia.
like, family?
Yeah.
Not like a blood family, but like a mafia family. Like, that is what it basically is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Posse. Yeah, so they're part of the same sort of mafia family. And that's why he was like, "Oh yeah, well, I come here for money. You're supposed to be the next head of the family, so this is what you had to do. You had to watch out for your family." And then they also got to talking about how the white-haired girl talked to the brother and was saying how, like, oh no, I don't remember this part. It's so hazy.
I believe basically he was just like, "Oh hey, I hear, like, you're not so nice to your wife. Like, you should treat her a little better, like, just spend some time with her, take her out, like, here, give her a nice perfume, like this, if you have this, it'll just, if you put on this, like, any guy's gonna fall for her, so, you should give it to her, let her have something nice." And Jacopo really does not like that.
Yeah, because I think he kind of takes it as like, so she's talking to other people, but she isn't talking to me?
Yeah,
Well,
and
no
she's out,
God,
like, wearing this perfume that is supposed to, like, attract any man that I did not give her.
Yeah, so when Maria, and the white-haired girl get caught, he smells a perfume, he assumes the worst, of course, because all these things are coming together, and he just assumes the worst. So, what happens is, he's like, "You know what, I've had enough. If you're gonna cheat on me, then you're out of here." And he takes her to a room in the, like, a little shed sort of area in the garden.
Yes.
And that is where she is stuck.
Yes. She is no longer in the house in Fata Morgana. She has been locked outside of it. And he's basically said, like, like, not even the servants are gonna talk to you here. Like, yeah. So...
She's in the shed in Fata Morgana.
The shed in Fata Morgana. Oh my goodness. Alright. So let's switch over, and we'll get the game all started up in 1 second here.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got through, like, a lot last session, didn't we? That was a lot of scenes and kind of details. So that's exciting. Alright.
Always.
Let's inspect our memories. And here we go.
This is already sad.
How did things end up this way? Why? All I wanted was to go back to the way things used to be. For us to be able to smile around each other.
It had been several days since Jacopo had locked her in the shed, and her day-to-day life was growing more arduous.
I believe in you, Freyja. You can do it.
Thank you. She was under constant surveillance. The door was only unlocked to deliver her meals 3 times a day. And despite what an unfortunate situation their employees the employer's wife found herself in. The maids chattered and gossiped and giggled freely. Not even in the shadows, out of her presence, the tactless young maidservants whispered directly to the white-haired girl when they brought her meals. "Look at you, madam, caged away like cattle." I could almost hear the sound of cracks forming in her heart. I imagined she had gotten to the point where she was having difficulty merely holding herself together. She had done nothing wrong, and yet she was forced to live this life of insults and mockery. Of ridicule. The only reason her tenuously held together spirit did not completely shatter was because she still had her one and only ally. The maid Maria volunteered to attend to the white-haired girl. Maria took over the duty of delivering her 3 meals, meaning the other maids stopped coming by. And that relieved the white-haired girl's mental and emotional stress considerably. Maria became her sole conversation partner, her sole companion. She did not leave as soon as meals were finished, instead remaining in the shed with the white-haired girl for some time. So, madam, how about a funny story? I fucked up pretty hard the other day. You want to hear about that? So a couple days back, I didn't get enough sleep the previous night, right? I'm helping out in the kitchen, half awake, plating up some food. And when I got to bring it up to the guests, my heart about leaps out of my mouth. Guess why? What I thought was a plate was actually an ashtray. Man, I was sweating like a pig. The guests didn't seem to notice, but the other maids were as pale as a ghost the entire time. Just about everyone had themselves a case of the vapors. I got quite the tongue lashing at cleanup. Pretty funny, huh?
Can you imagine how hard the maid would have gone at her for that?
Oh my goodness,
It would
yes.
be scary.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, did you? Sounds like it was a pretty bad day.
Yeah. Hey, madam? I know there's not much point in telling you to cheer up right now. But I'm sure he won't keep you locked up here forever. He's just a bit crabby for now. It'll be alright. Although, I guess this is a bit drastic for a temper tantrum. I'm sorry, madam. If only I had pushed him a bit harder. If only I had a little more influence, he might not be in this situation. Thought I could be of some help, but I guess I'm not doing a great job of that.
Oh yes, I guess one important thing I forgot to mention during the recap is it turns out Jacopo and Maria are actually childhood friends.
Oh yes, that's
so
right.
They're actually fairly close too. Of course not, Maria. You absolutely are. Just your being here takes a great weight off my shoulders.
Still though, I feel so worthless. Because I'm just a maid, I can't set you free.
It's okay. I'm used to being imprisoned.
You're used to it. You never locked your door before.
You're right. I'm not sure why, but I feel as though I've been in a similar predicament before, lacking freedom and contact with others for a long stretch of time.
I'm sure it's simply the exhaustion getting to you, madam. No one should ever be used to living like this.
Yes, I agree. And I pray things go back to the way they were soon.
Has getting mad at him ever crossed your mind?
Getting mad?
Yeah, you know, when he yells, you yell back. Let her know he's in the wrong. Never consider doing that?
She's
too precious. I guess you're not one to get angry, madam. Don't get mad, get even.
Lock him in a shed.
Yeah, yeah!
Oh my god, can you imagine how pissed he'd be?
That would be so funny. Please, he deserves it. Just shove him in the locker.
No!
Yeah!
Let him out.
No! He can come out when he's learned his lesson. Which would mean you're a better fit for the Holy Mother than me.
Oh no, I do sometimes want to get angry. To tell you the truth, it's almost always going through my mind now. If I did raise my voice, perhaps he would listen to what I have to say. But when I'm standing there in front of him, and he starts shouting at me, I freeze up and end up not saying a word. I'm just such a pitiful woman. Everything about me. When I need to speak up the most, to stand up for myself, I cannot.
Don't look so down. That's not a bad thing. It's just got you in a little bit of a pickle right now. But I'll clear everything up with him, you hear me? In my mind, your modesty is a virtue. And the more I think about it, I can't even imagine you screaming. I like you better the way you are, reserved and ladylike. You can leave all the yelling to me. I'll do whatever I can to help you, madam.
Were you able to clear up his confusion about the night when we were dancing?
Oh, about that. Sorry, he just wouldn't hear it.
I see.
But I'm not throwing in the towel. I'll keep trying as long as it takes. So...
Say, Maria, could I perhaps ask another favor?
Hmm? Yeah, sure, let me do it.
I would like to write him a letter.
A letter? To someone who lives in the same house?
Yes. As things stand, I cannot simply go visit him on a whim. And I feel as though I could calmly express on paper things I am unable to say to him face to face. I suspect I might have more luck that way. I also believe he would be more likely to maintain his composure reading my thoughts in a letter than hearing them from my mouth. With it, I can clear up all the confusion, and things can go back to the way they were.
Is that Jack?
Oh, hello! That's a first-time chat! Welcome to the stream!
Hello!
Oh, get comfy! We are having fun, reading a nice little story.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Frey.
Hi Nilla! Frey drank some of the juice earlier. She said it tasted good.
Yes. Tasted like I expected. A letter, huh? Interesting.
I'll write the letter, which I would like you to deliver to him. May I ask that of you?
Absolutely, not a problem.
Thank you, Maria. You are the only person I can count on, and I mean that. Why? How did this happen? Why would she betray me? I wanted to give her a decently happy life. I didn't want to get violent with her. Yet when I saw her face, when I heard what she had to say, I couldn't restrain myself. I guess what it comes down to is that no matter how you dress it up, I am still a Berzati. There was never any way for this bloodline to give that girl happiness. God damn it! Why am I fretting over this nonsense? And I'm supposed to be the future ahead. An illusion. But they're dancing, they really are. And they look like they're having a wonderful time. Are you sure it's an illusion and not something else? To me, it does not seem to be. I cannot see it as anything but two tiny people dancing. That's how it works. Reach out your hand and try to grab them. You won't be able to. Ah, you're right. That's a shame. I didn't think you actually would. But it's the most precious thing. They look as if they're dancing atop my palm. It's almost frightening how much innocence rests within those hands. It's as if they've been completely cut off from all the world's filth. My hands, however, are soaked in blood. I fear that bringing her into my world may taint her. Am I capable of protecting this woman's purity? And yet, as I watched her so joyously playing, yeah, it's a really pretty picture. Like, they look genuinely kind of happy there, you know?
Yeah.
I felt as though I had gotten close to her. I was the one being a child that day.
Jacopo, it's me, Maria. Is it alright if I come in?
Maria. It's fine. Come in.
Alrighty. Color me surprised. I didn't think you'd actually let me in.
Have I ever denied you access to my room?
No, but you've been looking pretty glum lately.
I've never exactly been a cheery man.
True enough. I know you told me before not to talk about your wife, but I'm going to stick my nose where it doesn't belong today. There's been a lot of chatter among the maids lately about you getting rough with her. I mean, you've got the poor thing locked up in a shed outside. You're not leaving the best impression on anyone.
You here to box my ears.
I don't know. 50-50? The other half is I'm concerned about you. I know you're not the kind of man to threaten someone without good reason. You're not.
I thought you were friends with her.
I am. And it hurts seeing her in so much pain.
Then why should that not change the way you act around me? I would think you'd be scorning me with the rest of the maids.
Oh, see how it is. You don't trust me. And we've known each other for so long. This isn't a question of whose side I'm on. You're in pain too, I can see that. You've always bottled things up, kept them hidden. You're too proud to rely on others. But you should probably vent to someone before it reaches the point where you no longer can. Say, Jacopo, do you remember the promise we made a while back?
How far back?
Back when you were still shorter than me.
I love picturing that.
Me too. You were 14 and I was 12. Makes it even better.
That's very cute. I think the manga does have some really cute art of them as kids. Whoops, I did not mean to press that.
Really?
There we go.
I had to leave town and you came to see me off. Quite frankly, I didn't think you'd come. I was surprised even if I didn't show it. Oh, is it flashback time?
Yeah.
Jacopo? Where's your dad? Or are you here alone?
He didn't even tell me.
Ah.
There's no reason you have to leave town. My old man says the Campanellas have more power. I should be the one leaving.
That's simple. Grown-ups have a lot to consider. So don't go giving me that look, Jacopo. We were kids, but we both kinda... Is this me or something?
I think it's you.
Okay, we were kids, but we both kinda started to... Both kinda started to catch on to the situation with our families, and to the bonds that land held on us. Although we didn't know any of the details at the time. My grandpa owned all the land the city was built on, but he was a very conservative man. He didn't try to spread his influence, instead opting to fortify what he already had. I don't know exactly when it first started, but organizations were used to administrate cities. And when we were kids, my dad was the Capofamiglia, and my grandfather, he's I don't know how to say this.
Consigliere? That's how I'd say it, but I don't know if
Consigliere?
that's correct.
Close enough.
I like how many times I've said that, I think, during this playthrough. I think it's said like this, but I don't know if that's right.
It's a guess we'll have to do. But just because he was an advisor didn't mean he was powerless. While my dad made the decisions, my grandpa was the one who allowed him. Hold on. My grandpa was the only one allowed to fight him on them. There we go. Where's Nari when you need her?
I know, right?
Yeah, where's Melly? I mean, where's Nana?
Melly?
No.
Is Melly Italian now? Alright, Melly, you've been assigned Italian. Congrats.
Yeah. Your father was Cappadocia?
Capodecina, maybe?
Cappadocina? I don't know. That served under my dad. He wasn't especially happy about that.
Thank you, T-Rick. We're doing our best. It's fun getting to read through and try and act it out together.
Yeah, thank you. But parents quarreling doesn't affect their kids. Or at least, that's what I thought at the time, and what you probably thought too. But there was still a chance we might be caught in the crossfire, so my dad decided to send me and my mom away.
Oh, Riri redeemed a thirsty. Take a sip, everybody.
Yeah.
Ah, especially good to have that redeemed during all of this reading.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, chat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mimi.
Riri is always so good about the thirsty redeems. We can always count on her for them. It's a very appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Off the island and to the north were some more prosperous areas. He thought that by sending us there, we could live our lives clean, regardless of where we came from. There's no changing what's in your blood, though.
You could have told me too. Or were you planning on leaving without saying anything?
Just all decided so quickly.
Why do you sound so accepting? Adults have a lot to consider. You bet they do, but you could at least let them know you're opposed to it, Maria. But no, your tail went straight between your legs as soon as you were told. You just gave up and accepted it straight away. I thought you were better than that.
You think I don't know that?
Hi, Bahari!
Hi, Bahari. But I'll just be in my dad's way if I stay. I'm a kid, a girl. I wouldn't be any help if something happened. Sure you could. Look at you now, Maria.
You're a girl boss now.
You're a girl boss now. And I don't want to need someone to protect me.
I've never once thought of you as a girl.
Hey now, that's mean.
I forgot she was about to say that and I was about to be like, Jacopo, that's not a compliment. I get what you mean, but that's not a compliment. Say it in a better way, you dummy.
Oh jeez, thanks, Jacopo. Now you're getting me all mushy too. If anyone should be sad here, it's me.
I am not sad.
Oh really? You sure you're not actually torn that I won't be around anymore? You're a huge crybaby after all, Jacopino.
Hey, what have I ever cried? And don't call me that.
This is me. I made you mad. Short fused as ever, I see. You gotta learn to keep your head. You're a man and heir to the Bersani family.
Don't you lecture me.
So pig-headed. You could at least listen to me this once before I'm gone.
Hey, Maria. Got a little time to spare?
Yeah, sure, but not much. The carriage is gonna be here soon.
Do you have enough for a trip to the hill and back?
Yeah, I should have time for that. Because of our families, we weren't really able to get along with the other kids in the city, so we played a lot. At the top of that hill. Oh my goodness, words today just don't make any sense.
You can do it, Freyja. I'm cheering for you.
You.
You can't see it, but I'm waving little glow sticks.
Oh, thank you. It became kind of like our secret little lair. There was an abandoned house up there. I guess an old farmhouse or something. And kids love that sort of thing, you know? We called it Casa Nostra, our home. We pretended it was actually ours. We drew circles on the wall in chalk and used it for target practice. With what? With what? What were they firing?
I wouldn't be surprised if they managed to somehow get, like, guns or something from their family. Honestly.
That's true. We brought up a bale of straw and used it to make makeshift beds. When either of us got into fights with our parents, we'd stay the night here instead of home. In retrospect, I'm sure they knew where they were going and just let us do our thing. Oh yeah, there was this one time we were playing and a huge storm rolled in, trapping us up there. The wind wasn't just howling, it was screaming bloody murder. It was blowing so hard I thought the house might fly away. As I recall, you were crying that night. Hey, Nero, you here to see me off too? Ah, there you go, wagging your tail with that dumb little look on your face. You have no idea what's going on, do you? It wasn't just the two of us who had made Casa Nostra our home base, though. There was one more, a stray black dog.
Grim!
Grim, it's Grim! I was like, where? I was like, oh yes, the dog.
It's just me anytime I see a dog in a game now, I'm just like, oh, it's Grim.
You were assigned Grim. I'm pretty sure it didn't have actually black fur though. And it was just really, really dirty.
Of course he doesn't. He's a stupid animal.
Oh, don't talk about him like that. He's one of us.
What were you planning to do about Nero? Just leave him behind?
Nothing else I can do. Can't bring a dog in the carriage. Besides, you're here, so it'll be fine. You take care of Nero, alright?
He doesn't like me. You're the only one who can take care of him.
Maybe so, but I'm not coming back. He'll starve to death if you don't figure something out. He's a puny runt. I doubt he could win in a fight for scraps. Come on, do it for me.
You said you won't be coming back. Did you mean that? Are you absolutely never returning to this town?
There's no telling what may or may not happen, so it's best not to get your hopes up. Better that than the pain of getting let down. Well, I've turned into quite the cynic, huh? You were 12, why are you using that word?
She's a smarty.
She is a smarty. Maybe if I'd been born into a more normal family, I'd be in my room in a pile of dolls right about now, my head in the clouds.
That's probably actually a good part of it, though. Just growing up in a family like this would probably have a big effect on your personality and the way
Honestly,
you see things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine you doing that, nor do I think that's normal.
Haha, well said. Hey, stop that, Nero! Quit licking me! That tickles! And you reek!
Maria?
What is it?
Come back. I don't care if you don't know when it'll be, just don't say you'll never return. No one knows how things are gonna end up. Maybe my old man will gain more power, or maybe yours will. If things continue as they are, it'll be your old man. Then, down the line, I will work in the service of the Campanella family. And that's just fine by me. But even if that's not the future that lies ahead, I promise I will make a place for you. So Maria,
Do you have a crush on me?
What?
Kidding, I'm just kidding. No need for a conniption fit. I was just playing around.
Here I am trying to have a serious conversation, and then you... Listen to me, I don't have any of those, those kinds of feelings for you. I consider you a lifelong friend, my one and only friend. That's why I came to see you off, and that's why I'm telling you this now. Whether you're a girl or a boy is irrelevant. Kissa homie. Friendship lasts much longer than something so fanciful as romance, am I wrong?
Did I cut out?
Oh, I think you did.
Ah.
Oh, your poor Mike.
Yeah.
I do. Why would I not do that, Bahari? Don't laugh, damn it, it's humiliating.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I agree entirely. Yeah, we've always been on the same page, Jacopo. Maybe we did fight a lot, but there wasn't one we didn't get through. Oh, but there wasn't one we didn't get through. I understand now. I understand what happened. No one else understood just how lonely it was, wearing a mask for all the other kids, trying to fit into their happy little circle. We couldn't afford to be found out after all. Neither of us had any real allies. Except for each other, of course.
Nope.
Sorry.
Are you tired? You sleepy bunny?
Yeah. I'm glad I got the chance to play with you. If you hadn't been there, I probably wouldn't have bothered caring for Nero either. It was too funny watching him chase you around.
You're a sick girl, Maria.
So hey, Jacopo, this place will still be Casa Nostra even after I leave, right? You won't do anything to it, will you?
Of course not. This is our home. That was always the plan.
Right. Thanks. Though, you being all nice is kind of creepy, Jacopo. It's not gonna start snowing, is it?
How rude! Well, if you're gonna be like that, I'm not sure I want to give it to you.
Huh? Give what? A present? You should have said so sooner. Gimme.
You don't have a shred of tact, do you?
What's it matter? Come on, what'd you bring? Let me have it, soldier.
Oh, Maria. Consider this a temporary parting gift. You've been wanting one of these for a while.
Oh, is that a cartridge? From a Colt Navy? No way, did you swipe it?
I'll probably catch hell for it, too.
Wow, this is amazing! I always wanted to get my hands on the real thing. This is from the one hanging up in your house, isn't it? The one your dad was bragging about. They just started selling them this year, and it's ridiculously hard to get your hands on one, or so I hear. Man, guns from the New World are something else, alright. Just imagining the moment the hammer comes crashing down on the back of this sends chills down my spine.
Give a girl a gun to make her happy.
Yes.
Are you sure you're a girl going crazy over a bullet cartridge?
What's the big deal? I like what I like. Maria is a bi icon. You'll get in trouble if you don't put this back though, won't you?
Don't worry, I'll return it when you return. And I won't tell anyone I gave it to you.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take you up on that then. Thanks, Jacopo. It'll be my treasure.
This goes without saying, but don't you lose it. I'm giving it to you as a symbol of our friendship. No matter how far apart we may be, or how much time may pass, or how things play out with our families, we will always be friends. That cartridge symbolizes that promise.
It's a promise, Jacopo. Our families may outwardly hate each other, but I'll always be your friend. Always be on your side.
And don't you ever go back on those words.
I swear upon this glorious cartridge this historic land, and the names of my ancestors. I shall not make myself a liar.
I trust you, Maria. We'll meet again. It may be many years from now, but that won't change a thing. Our friendship will never fade. Aww.
How do we feel in chat?
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
You know what, while we're talking about that, I'm also gonna bring up the image from the manga of them as kids, because it's cute and I'd like to show it off a little bit. But yeah, I'd like to hear chat's thoughts right now, because that was an interesting little scene.
Right?
It was definitely a new side of Jacopo that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah.
There it is.
Is Jacopo any more redeemable yet? Is he the same? How's Maria? Them as little kids!
Yeah, it's them as babies.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
I never would have pictured Maria looking like that.
I know, it seems so funny to see her in these fancy little like dress clothes and stuff. It's like, oh, it's so cute. They dressed her up like such a little lady, but she was still like that. I love that.
That's so cute.
Uh-huh.
What?
It's very cute.
Get them in the tree. I really need to watch, not watch this, but to read this later on.
Yeah, it's really good. I wouldn't like recommend it as like your first time through because it only covers half of the game's story. But it's fun to see like how they do the scenes slightly differently to fit a manga and just like the art style and everything.
Very, very.
It's interesting to see the shifts in personality from a previous point in time, i.e. childhood and present. Yeah, it is. Oh, another thirsty redeem. Let's take a sip. Thank you. But yeah. It's interesting because I feel like they're still kind of recognizable as themselves, but they're also very different as adults.
God, you were so adorable back then. And short to boot. But now you've hardened so much. I was flabbergasted when I saw you next. Dressed all fancy from head to toe, you'd become quite the smug little bastard, I thought. You sure weren't that little kid anymore.
You have quite the memory.
Well, yeah, I don't forget my promises. And I never forget what I said. Nope. And I never forget I said I'd always be by your side. The question is, did you remember?
I did. I remember every word you said that day. And as I said, I left Casa Nostra as it was. Though it is quite some distance away now. I imagine if we went back and did a little work on it, we could have it looking just like old times.
And you're...
About a year after you left, he suddenly disappeared. And just for the record, I did take care of him as you told me to. I'm guessing he got in a fight with another stray or something. I searched, but could never find him.
Oh, well... It has been more than a decade.
Jacopo, you had one job! Also, hello, nondescript.
Oh.
Well, we did find out that this guy was a little bit of a sentimental baby as a kid.
Not everything's gonna be exactly the same.
You, however, haven't changed a bit from the girl you were all those years ago.
Neither you. Sure, you seem different on the outside, but at your core, I believe you haven't changed at all. You're still a big baby, aren't you?
Oh, don't be mean.
You know it's true. Still the same old Jacopino.
Could you not call me that? I have changed quite a bit, unlike you, and I am well aware of it.
Hey, Jacopo. Do you consider me supportive?
Of everything you could have said. Of course you are. You're constantly supporting me, past and present. You are proof of the existence of a kind of friendship that can transcend gender, blood, and any other such distinctions. Look, he's smiling. I don't think we've seen that before.
No, I don't think we have either.
Yeah.
You know, it's honestly kind of bizarre seeing you without a stick up your ass.
I'm sorry, there's something about hearing that in your voice. Wow. Harsh words.
Come on now, hear me out. You almost had me blushing there. Anyway, before you put that stick back up there, tell me something. I'm still your only ally.
You are.
Of everyone in this mansion, I'm the only one?
Yes. If she would at least have a little more.
The map.
I didn't actually intend to treat her like that.
But you did it! But you did it! What do you do now, sir? Believe me, Jacopo, I know. I mean, from a girl's perspective, what you did is pretty awful. But hey, I'm not a girl. According to you, anyway. I will always be on your side, no matter what.
Oh yes, the white-haired girl was locked in a shed.
Yeah, it's now called the Shed in Fata Morgana.
Yes, it's the Shed in Fata Morgana. So he believed that she was cheating on him for basically because of like some perfume, and locked her up. God, I feel as though I'm being consoled.
That's what I was going for.
I should have never opened up to you.
Hey, now's probably not the best time to bring this up, but I have a letter.
A letter?
Written by the madam. Here.
A letter from my wife? Let me see it. What the hell am I reading?
I was considering keeping it a secret, but having seen it, I thought hiding it from you might only hurt you more, so I decided it was best to show you.
Who is this? Who's this letter for? It's as if... But that can't. I love you? Who is she writing to? I don't know this man.
Take a deep breath, Jacopo, and listen to me. The madam is having an affair. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I haven't changed a bit. Oh, wait, that's you.
Oh. I haven't changed a bit? If you seriously believe that, then I've got news for you, pal. Anyone who acts exactly the same as I did in the past is doing just that, acting. Much like I do around you. Our friendship will never change? What a fucking joke!
Oh my gosh! Freyja, have you been waiting for this?
Yes! You picked the wrong girl to put your trust in. And they call you a stoop. Can you taste the fucking irony? Well, that just makes things easier for me. But my god, it's suffocating playing the good girl. That stupidly cheerful little ray of sunshine Maria. Ugh, sickening. On the other hand, the payoff is fantastic. I can't stop. God, watching him lose his cool was incredible. My sides hurt just from thinking about it.
You're telling me she wrote this?
Who else could have written it? It's in her handwriting.
Why? Why must she continue to betray me? Has she not taken enough already? What else could she possibly want from me? I told her to stay away from my gatherings. I had the rose garden torn down. And yet she finds other men. I warned her, told her it wouldn't happen again, that if she betrayed me one more time, I'd kill her.
Did I cut out again?
I think you did, oh no!
Jacopo!
Out of my way, Maria. I have to talk to her, ask her what this letter's about, who this man is. And depending on how she answers...
Hold it, Jacopo, calm down.
Silence! How am I supposed to stay calm right now?
Listen to me, relax. You try to talk to her right now and you aren't going to get anywhere. You're aware of just how frenzied you are, aren't you? Besides, you think she's going to tell you the truth even if you do manage to ask? Of course not. She may look all prim and proper, but that's not the real her. I don't think she's a bad person, but...
Not a bad person? The woman who wrote this letter? To another man? She crossed the line, you hear me?
I agree with you there. She's gone too far with this letter. But remember, she's your wife and the daughter of a noble. You know exactly what will happen if you lose control of yourself and do something to her. It's not gonna look good for you.
She may be nobility, but I have the Koska. We have our own way of taking care of these kinds of problems.
Still, it's as plain as day. It'll only make her a bigger mess. No one else knows about this yet.
Are you telling me to act like nothing's happening? When she so blatantly disrespects me?
Jacopo, could you let me take care of it? I'm friends with the madam. You know that. She'll listen to me. So I'll make sure it gets through to her. Just how much you care about her.
I couldn't ask you. It would be disgraceful.
That's nothing to be That's nothing to be ashamed of. What did I tell you? I'm on your side and you're on mine. We're in this together. You can ask me things you couldn't ask others to do. I have tight lips. Anything you ask, I'll keep absolutely under wraps.
Damn it. You're right, yes, you're right. I'm well aware that I always lose myself in her presence. If I try talking to her now, I probably will do something rash, yes. I'll probably...
I'll make sure everything works out, got it? You and I can go back to the way things used to be, so you don't have to suffer anymore. I'll take care of it. I'm the only one who understands your pain. And I'm the only one who can keep you out of it.
Maria...
Oh, don't make that face, Jacopino.
Thank you, Maria. Please, let her know that even if she's seen other men, and even if she does silently mock me for not being of noble blood, that I still love her. That I don't want to raise my hand against her.
That's a riot! You're too busy chasing your stacks of paper. You don't have what it takes to truly love a woman.
Whoa!
Oh. I will say though, I was surprised you lost your head that badly. Quite the little crush you've got on her. You could just sit down and talk to her like a rational human being and presto, all your problems would be solved. But you can't even imagine that, which is why you're in this predicament. Once you're convinced of something, Jacopo, you never let go of it.
Well, thank you for the bit. Do it, Jacopo, don't be a coward.
That's right, that's what he needs to hear.
Yeah.
She's too timid to speak up for herself. Sorry, madam. I got nothing against you. I just didn't expect things to go quite this well. There's no stopping now that I've got this much momentum. Also, watching a pretty girl like you break down gives me goosebumps. You're still convinced I'm the only person you can trust.
How did he react to the letter?
Yeah, about that.
Would he not take it?
Oh no, he took it. Just, don't feel too bad about this, madam. He says he's too busy with work and tossed the letter aside. I told him to make sure he writes you a reply, but he hasn't gone around to it at all.
I see. That's a shame.
It kills me to see you like this, madam. I don't get why he has to be so heartless. Not even taking a little bit of time out of his day to read the letter you poured your soul into writing. It's unacceptable.
I'm sure he really is busy. He did not throw it away though, did he? I imagine he means to read it when he has more time.
Madam, after everything he's done to you, you still think he means well?
I have faith. My timing was poor, that's all. I believe in him. I believe that the day will come when he gives me his attention again, as he did before. So, could I ask you to believe with me, Maria? To have faith that he will once more show me his love, and that mine will reach him? Something tells me that it will all work out if you pray for it.
Yeah, okay. If you're fine with me praying, I'll pray. I'll go down on my knees for you, madam. I'll have faith.
Thank you. I would like to write another letter. When it is complete, could I ask you to deliver it to him?
I'll give him as many as you want. As many as it takes for you to get through to him. You really ought to learn not to be so trusting, madam. Take a real close look, and you'll see exactly who it was that ground your happy little life into dust. Thank you, Maria. I'm the reincarnation of the Mother of God? Why do I keep cutting out? Oh god, I can't hold back the laughter. This is a stage of my own creation. We didn't have enough actors, so the playwright had to take on a role herself. But that only adds to the excitement. Yes, this is all my masterpiece. This mic. You're just ignorant puppets dancing to my tune. From the first shot to the last, blind to whose fingers sitting on the trigger. Listen to me, Jacopo. And try to keep your head. I saw the madam meeting with another man behind your back. You know the arch in the rose garden? The far side's out of sight from the mansion, making it a perfect place to hide. I saw her back there. From the looks of it, the madam is having her meetings with one of the men who comes to your business gatherings. And they don't act like they're just friends. But just to be clear, I don't have any solid proof. So it'd be best if you didn't mention this to her yet. You wouldn't want to start throwing around accusations only to find out too late it was all a big misunderstanding. I'll get to the bottom of it, so you... I think the madam might have her eyes on several men. Being a woman, you know, I can tell these things. She's giving these suggestive looks. But to whom, I can't pinpoint. A lot of people come in and out of this house after all. What? You want to keep her from leaving her room? Might be for the best. With so much going so well, it makes me think even God's on my side. They could just talk it over with one another. But they won't, and they're in deeper and deeper shit for it. You're the only one I can trust, Freyja. And the timing that night, my god, it was perfect! Hey, Jacopo? I could just be misreading her, but something seems off about the madam. Like she's been on edge or something. I tried to egg her into revealing what's going on, and she let slip that she might be going out somewhere tonight. She's not going with you, is she? You were going out to survey a construction site today, right? Then I suggest you get that taken care of quickly.
Dance? At this time of night?
Yep, and since it's so late, no loud music. All you get is a little whistling courtesy of me.
But this room is too small for her.
Well, it's a great hall.
Wouldn't that put us in everyone else's way? He would probably complain about the noise too.
No need to worry. Jacopo's out inspecting some factory or something today. After that, he's got a meeting, so he'll be staying the night elsewhere.
I thought you would not be back until tomorrow. And how would you know that? No, forget that. Does my staying the night elsewhere have any effect on you? You were just waiting for this opportunity, weren't you? No, what would I possibly want you out of the house for? I'm sure you know better than anyone. What? What is that smell? Perfume? When did you get that perfume? And I have to say you seem to be having quite the time. Look at you. You're out of breath, red as a beet. I made the right decision coming back. Where the hell were you going?
Sorry, this is all my fault. If I hadn't asked you to dance, and me bringing the perfume only made things worse.
No, you need not feel bad about anything, Maria. Everything you did was with my best interests at heart.
She doesn't even suspect me in the slightest. And I was able to put that perfume to great use. That money-sucking leech Tommaso showed up at the perfect time, too. I'm pretty sure that's when Jacopo started getting actively violent. A jealous man is a wonderful thing. Always imagining the worst and making matters worse for it. Wow, is that you, Tommaso? It's been so long! What brings you here? Oh, looky at who it is. Little Miss Campanella. There we go. There's a surprise. Didn't expect to see you on this side of the Great Blue. Oh, you know, I've been giving Jacopo a hand. Huh. Well, color me impressed. After what happened, I would have thought you'd want nothing to do with him. That was between our parents. Jacopo didn't have anything to do with it. Well, it would sure be nice for all you younger generation to go through life without nothing to spark that kind of powder keg. Not that it's my place to talk. No need to worry yourself about any of that. So, what brings you here, Tommaso? I'm a little, you know how it is. Having a bit of trouble staying afloat. Ah, I see. So you're here to beg for offerings? Pretty shameless, Tommaso. No point in having shame if it ain't making money. toss that out the window. Toss that out with a chamber pot.
Gross.
Gross. Hell, might make things easier if I just quit being human altogether. Are you that hard for cash? Fortunately, numbers were supposed to go up. For some reason, they ended up going down instead. Might be best if you kick to the gambling habit. Now, that's like telling me to go off myself. Yeah, Nilla, you hear that? I bet.
Nilla, have you been doing this to Tommaso?
Huh?
Huh?
So say, Tommaso, maybe I could pitch in a bit too?
Tomato!
Oh, you need it? That'd be a huge help. There's seriously not a scrap of shame in you. However, in exchange, I'd like you to do something for me. Someone whose face needs a visit from my fists? Depending on the number, I could also possibly cut him into chunks and toss him into the ocean.
Thanks, Tommaso. Please don't
Always
toss
there for
anybody's chunks into my ocean. I don't like that.
Ew.
Ew. It's very gross.
Yeah, keep that ocean clean.
Mm-hmm. Or anti-pollution here.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, keep it clean. I'm not asking you to do anything like that. What is it then? Something a lowlife like me can do? It'll be easy. And it's nothing bad either. You're going to talk to Jacopo, aren't you? Well, there's something I'd like you to tell him while you're at it. You know he's married, right? He can get pretty nasty with his wife, though. That's so. Sounds like she's got it rough. She does, and she's religiously devoted to him, too. I've been trying to nudge things in the right direction to get her back on good terms with him, but I haven't had much luck. Ain't that something the two of them should work through, though? Normally, yes, but it's reached the point where I can't bear to sit back and watch anymore. I don't like seeing the two of them in pain. I want to do something for them. How noble. You're pretty devoted yourself, little lady. I'm not important right now. Just doing the right thing. But the thing is, Jacopo won't hear a word of it. I figured maybe you, big man, might be able to get through to him a little better than me. I doubt he'll listen to me either, to be honest. Come on, you two are really close, though. And I doubt he hates you. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Anywho, talking's something anyone can do. So, what do you want me to tell them? I need you to give him a bit of a scolding. Tell him the madam came to you asking for advice and that she accidentally let slip that the way he treats her day to day cost her some grief. I've never met this wife of his before, you know. It works even better that way. She's so downtrodden she can't talk to anyone about it, and she thought that maybe you, being family, might be able to help.
Hello, Na! Welcome to the stream!
Welcome. She's never met you, but she's still latched onto the ray of hope. And I'm sure when Jacopo finds out she brought it up with the family, he'll know he can't keep mistreating her. Things like this, though, they hit home harder than they come from someone someone on the outside. You make a decent point. Just remember, little lady, all I can do is bring it up with him. Can't guarantee it'll change nothing. That's all I need you to do. Thanks a bunch, Tommaso. Oh, right, one more thing. This is some perfume that's grown quite popular recently. Ask him to give it to the madam as a gift. If he won't take it, you keep it. Give it to another woman, sell it, whatever you want. Perfume, eh? Very thoughtful of you. Women do like getting gifts like that. Yes, we do. If Big Bad Jacopo gives her some of that, they'll be lovebirds again before you know it. I'm sure of it. Never thought the day'd come when I get to play Cupid. Now I'm starting to get kinda excited about this. Stay focused on myself, and thanks. Also, you didn't hear any of this from me. I'm fine just pulling the strings from the shadows. Their relationship's in complete shambles. And Jacopo still insists he fucking loves her. And the madam says she still believes in him. Seriously, how stupid can you be? Poor Jacopo. Poor madam. Now then, let's see where this boulder rolls to next. And how far it keeps rolling. Naturally, I will be nudging it along its way. Because after all, a play lives or dies by the director's hands. So many things.
How is Chad feeling after that entire sequence?
Yeah.
That was quite a flip on what we've thought Maria's been up until now, huh?
I remember being so betrayed.
I was very shocked.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Yeah, like I kind of had a suspicion. Just very slight. I was like, okay, I feel like Maria, there's some things that Maria has said throughout that just seem a little bit off. Yeah.
Yeah, you pointing out like we had never gotten his POV up until now was like a really good point, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Riri saw it coming. Yeah, if you're kind of on edge, you could definitely like see that she's a little bit suspicious. But yeah, the white-haired girl is too pure.
Yeah, and like everything just like went so wrong that you're like, okay, there's no possible way they couldn't just sit down and talk this out. Why isn't this happening? It's like, oh, Maria's
it's because
been kind of the central point.
Yeah, every time one of them says, I'm going to talk to them, she like jumps in and says, no, don't do that. She's been very much like manipulating.
Yeah. So spooky.
Oh my gosh, we're already a quarter to juicing Ardbert in one night. Oh my goodness, you guys really want another juicing, huh?
We do. We do. Give me one quick second.
Okay. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I know, the first time I read through, I was very shocked. Like, I knew there were parts of me that's like, okay, this is getting to the point where it's like, it's almost a little ridiculous with how many things keep happening, you know? But then once you kind of like realize that like Maria is like puppeteering the whole thing, you're like, oh, that's how it was able to escalate so much, because somebody was pushing every possible way for it to. Also, thank you for the thirsty redeem, Riri.
Thank you. I don't really mind Jacopo getting Maria. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Nella. Oh my gosh, Nella. Sheesh.
Master. Are you shocked? Or do you instead lament this development? I was deeply sorrowful. Though to a lesser degree about Maria's true intentions, and more my shameful inability to recognize her machinations. At the time, I too believed that Maria was the white-haired girl's one and only ally. It was not until everything had drawn to a close that I discovered the truth. Then I know now how the tale ends, you say? Yes, that is correct. Well aware that it was not the case, I told you the story in a way that suggested she was on the white-haired girl's side. Oh my, I wonder if that constitutes as lying to you, Master. I merely wanted to present the events to you in order, starting from the beginning, when Maria's ill intentions were still veiled in shadow. I wanted you to know the same feeling of consternation. Consternation? Is that right?
I think so, yep.
I had experienced. Oh. It hurts, Scoob.
Ruh-roh, Reiki.
Ruh-roh, Reggie. The white-haired girl continued to write letter after letter. They were all addressed to her dear husband, detailing her ever-persistent love for him, and her desire for their relationship to return to what it had once been.
My beloved, I am sure your hands are quite full right now. But that is fine. It does not change my love for you. Do you remember the day we went out together? That was, perhaps, the most wonderful day of my life. I had a truly incredible time. I still treasure the gift you gave to me, for it is the one and only present I have received from you. That reminds me, Maria tried to teach me how to dance. I doubt I will ever progress beyond being laughably bad, though. It would be nice if, someday, you and I could dance together. Perhaps, when you have a little respite from work, we could go out again, maybe take a carriage somewhere a little farther away, and we could dine at a restaurant more to your liking. Although, I think the cuisine at the other restaurant was exquisite, personally. Do I, perhaps, have an unrefined palate?
The letters before delivering them, however. She changed the addressee from Jacopo to another man. She would cut away the top of the page with Jacopo's name on it, and in the space below write a different name. She could not have mimicked the white-haired girl's writing for the full length of a letter, but Maria would make a single name look adequately similar. And it would, after all, be quite difficult to notice minor discrepancies in such a small quantity of text.
Again, another letter? Why does she keep writing these?
To Jacopo's eyes, the modified letters looked like professions of love for another man. The more she inscribed her feelings for Jacopo, the greater the turmoil grew within his heart. Even though her love was directed toward him.
I can't believe what I'm reading. A restaurant more to your liking? I knew it. You have been going out with other men, all while pretending to be chaste in my presence. I still treasure the gift you gave to me. God's sake! You have to be fucking kidding. But I've ensured she can't leave that room. She'll never see this man again. In time she'll let go, and so will he. Oh, listen to me, resigning my whole self to the hope that everything will fix itself. How did I end up like this? Such a pitiful man I've become.
Maria acted quite heartbroken at the sight of their suffering.
You with me and Emmett Salk, hello? Nella? Hello?
What is this?
I can't do this right now.
Development?
I can't do this. No, there's no development. There is nothing between me and Emmett Salk. All my letters were intended for Grahatia.
But when she returned to her room, the walls echoed with her cackles. She derived a great deal of entertainment from their squirming. The more they writhed in anguish, the deeper her satisfaction grew. And both the white-haired girl and Jacopo continued to place their confidence in Maria, the one responsible for everything. The white-haired girl had never possessed a sense of distrust, and so she took everything Maria said as truth, continuing, in her agony, to write Jacopo letters.
Damn, Maria, who hurt you? I know, right?
Yeah, good question.
Like, what is worth all this?
Right?
Like, I know it's like, okay, well, like, Jacopo hasn't been good to the white-haired girl, but, like, you know, he's been not good to her because of all this.
Huh.
So it's just like, whoa. You know, like, she doesn't seem to care how much the white-haired girl is caught in the crossfire of whatever she's trying to do.
Letter after letter after letter.
My beloved, are you still tied up with your work? It has been some time since we last saw one another, so I know not what you have been doing of late. I only hope you remain in good health. I would, if possible, prefer to tell you everything in person, but I do not have the courage, so these letters are my only option. Am I adequately expressing my feelings, my love for you? If you have the time, I would appreciate a response. You're never gonna get a response, though. Not as long as I'm intercepting them. There's no way I'm allowing these, or your love to get to him. I could just stop reading them. It would certainly make things easier. But if I don't, my imagination will run wild. Fantasizing about her writing this to other men and what she might be putting in her correspondence. I'd be better off knowing the truth than torturing myself with fantasy. It's the better option.
Yep, accepted every letter Maria delivered, without fail.
She'll never see this man again. Yeah, you're right, idiot. That man is you. I know, right? Also, hello, Coco Maida. Good to see you.
Hello, welcome.
You're here for the big Jacopo is sad breakdown. I know, she should have put his name in the actual letter.
Right?
I know you wanted to use pet names, girl, but this was not the time. It would have made it a lot harder for Maria to do this.
Uh-huh. He would merely nod as he accepted it, his face contorted in discomfort, and then pore over the text when he was alone. I assume he did not want her to see his heart sinking into darkness. Had he put his trust in his wife rather than Maria, he would have almost certainly been able to realize the letters were directed at him, despite the altered recipient name. Everything she wrote about concerned him, after all. How could someone who had lived as isolated a life as her have so many identical experiences with two distinct men? Why could he not find it in himself to trust her? Perhaps doubting her was simply easier. If you were put in his position, would you trust her? Chat, would you trust her? Would you maintain faith Would you maintain faith in her, the woman who had waited so long? Would you believe the feelings she professed to you were genuine?
She should have written about trains.
How's that railroad going, babe?
He's also working on the railroad. Who is it?
It's one of my coworkers.
No!
She continued writing letters, day after day, week after week, without hiatus. She had, by and large, run out of things to say, but that did not put an end to her letter writing. She simply repeated what she had written before. Nevertheless, they did not see one another in person.
He reads the letter normally and he's like, he's also named Jacopo. Jacopo, no! You need to calm down, Jacopo, and just, like, take a step back, bro. Bro, take a step back and, like, chill. Oh, Jacopo. See, Nilla, you see the light.
See? The white-haired girl, forbidden from leaving her shed, could only wait for her husband to pay her a visit.
Oh my god, Jacopo would argue with people on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
He would get into the stupidest fights because somebody baited him.
Yeah.
It would just be Maria sock puppeting. Like 5 accounts.
Right. Jacopo gets cancelled on Twitter because
No! Uncancel my man!
Uncancel!
No! Oh my god. My beloved, there's a little bit of fog out today. Weather like this reminds me of my home country. Oh, she would send him an on hate. It would be like, are you mad I get more pussy than you? I was born on an island perpetually covered in a thick fog. I'm not saying I would like to return, but thinking about it does make me feel rather homesick. Does that happen to you? That reminds me, aside from that one time, you have not told me much of your homeland. It would be nice if we could pay a visit together sometime. Speaking of which, before I left, an exhibition of some sort was held there. I was unable to attend, but perhaps you had the chance when it was near you? I imagine you would have with all your interest in new technology. Next time you have a chance, I would enjoy hearing what they had on display. An exhibition! Ah, that's right, there was one. It was a year ago. Got quite a bit of attention since it was supposed to have been held in Paris. I was busy preparing for our wedding. I had no time to attend an exhibition. And while I was doing that, giving you, a woman I'd never met before, my full attention, you were giving yours to a different man? Has this been going on for that long?
Had he simply stepped up and taken action, he could have put an end to the stream of letters, each of which gave rise to further misunderstanding. He needed merely ask the white-haired girl in person to whom the letters were addressed, whether what they described were true, and the twisted threads of his confusion would have all been unraveled. But he made no such effort, relying instead on Maria to serve as his intermediary. I feel as though I have now, at long last, come to understand just what kind of man Jacopo was. A coward.
No!
While he had a great deal of pride in his capabilities, he had far less confidence in himself as a person. If he'd had faith in himself, perhaps he could have put faith in his wife after all. No, as well. Had his pride not been so twisted, perhaps he would not have been so afraid of being hurt. Indeed, he was afraid. Afraid of being rejected by her. Afraid to face a reality where his beloved partner scorned him. Where the woman he loved laughed at him disdainfully. Where she and countless others mocked him. The thought of it paralyzed him. The environment in which he had been raised played a significant part in his state of mind, I expect. Occasionally, the name of the letter would change. Maria was making the white-haired girl out to be having affairs with multiple other men. She could never do any such thing, of course. But Jacopo, thinking Maria to be his only ally, believed everything she said.
If I could figure out who this man is, and where he resides, I could make him tell me every last detail about his relations with my wife. But what if that information went public as a result? If news of her infidelity spread and were to reach the Koska? Oh man, do you want...
Yeah, I could do it.
Okay.
The fate of the Barazzis is in your hands, son. There's a limit to what we can accomplish on this tiny island. If we don't turn our attention outwards, we will wither away and die. And not just as family. The whole land will find itself famished and emaciated, defenseless against invasion as we waste away. I won't stand by and watch my homeland crumble. Sure, our methods may be crude and not always worthy of praise, but they produce undeniable results. The unfortunate thing is, the previous Capofamiglia was an incredibly reticent man. All these words that I see but never had to speak out loud. You know?
We don't really use a word like reticent in daily conversation, huh?
It took all he had to merely preserve his small chunk of the world. But I'm not like that, and neither are you. The most I can do is lay the foundation, to make it easier for you to work, which means everything rests on your shoulders. About the future of the Barazzi family, and the future of this country. It all falls on you. The marriage is happening too quickly? It would be madness not to hurry given the circumstances. You should be well aware of that. We need the Barazzi name climbing the social ladder in short order, or we're going to have everything ripped out from under us. If the woman isn't to your liking, you can find another one that is. She's only going to be your wife in name. But listen to me, son. You must not allow her to fool around. What are the most vital things to have in our society? Money? Power? Yes, those are important. But what matters most is respect. No one's going to follow a capofamiglia they can't respect. They'll try to undermine your authority. When someone deems you weaker than them, courtesy goes out the window, and that's a judgment that's near impossible to overturn. Betrayal spreads like a fire through a forest. And once that flame is lit, the both of us come crashing down. You must not let anyone look down on you. You must not let anyone think you're the kind of man a woman can walk all over. If, by any chance, your fiancé is ever unfaithful to you, kill her before anyone finds out. Your place is above others. Climb to the top. Never be content with someone above you. And never forget the weight you carry on your shoulders. This is your responsibility. The fate of the Barazzi is in your hands. I'm not gonna read the rest of that.
Oof.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Scoob.
And you can see, like, how everything escalated.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's been told specifically, like, if she's having an affair, kill her, how he's like, you know, he's like, well, let's lock her up instead. Like, obviously it's not a good thing, and I'm not defending that, but, like, you can see how kind of panicked he is in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just...
Definitely, he was like, it's either this or the other method, so I'd rather this.
Yeah. He's like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep her alive and, like, try and cut off the affair. Even though, you know, what I've been explicitly instructed to do by my mafia family is kill her.
Mm.
Like, it's a pretty extreme situation all around.
It is.
Oh, I must keep oh wait, Riri redeemed a thirsty. Let's take a quick drink, thank you. Alright, there we go. I must keep intercepting her letters. I must keep her locked up. I still have work to do. I cannot allow anyone to learn about how she's disgraced me. Kill her. That's how my old man says to handle it. That's the last resort. It's not yet. God damn it! It's downright wrong for me to even be having these feelings for someone. Fuck!
Go say fuck.
Fuck! Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Master, your carriage is waiting outside. How are you coming along? Coming along? Oh, that's right. I had an inspection scheduled today. I'll be right out. Have him wait. Is something the matter, Master? You're looking a little hazy. I'm fine. If you're not feeling well, you should stay. I said I'm fine! It's not your job to try and infer my condition. Yes, sir. Damn it. Keep it under wraps. Act like normal. You can at least do that much, damn you. Take care on your trip, Master. Good night, Noah. Have a good sleep. Yeah. It's not the usual coachman. I also feel like I've seen him somewhere.
Oh, me.
Oh, sure. What?
That we...
Hey, speak up.
Die, Jacopo! Everybody!
Oh! Master! There's a knife in your stomach! Oh god, someone, anyone! He got juiced, no. Silence! Don't make a scene! Call a doctor! Yes, sir! Now I remember where I've seen him before. That's right. I put his factory out of business. I needed it out of the picture to expand my own business. I guess he held a grudge about that.
Yes, you get.
I should have been more careful. Blood flows with surprising abundance from a stab wound. It's not stopping either. Son of a bitch. The world is going white. Come on now. You have to be kidding. I can't remember who this is. I know very well what kind of man you are. You wouldn't hesitate to lead a blind man off a cliff if it furthered your own goals. You make money off others' lives. You stand upon a mountain of corpses, cackling at everyone below you. For a man like you, love comes as naturally as flying. Guess what? You don't have any emotions, and you never have. You've always been this way.
That's Nilla.
My childhood was day after day of mockery. You're just a bunch of nobodies trying to pretend your name means anything, they would say, sneering and glaring. Maria treated me as an equal, but she was the only one. I wanted to show them up, and to do that, I had to rise to the top, or at least high enough that I could laugh at them. My old man was the only one who wanted that. I did too. I had to make them acknowledge that I had value as a man who actually wants to go through life being laughed at. I had to make them recognize that what I did had value, and I needed neither love nor compassion to do it. Or that's what I thought. In the beginning, I only ever intended to use that woman. I simply needed her to build a name for myself. When she served her purpose, I could simply cast her aside. That's what I thought. Or rather, that's what I endeavored to make myself think. But deep down I felt bad for her. I pitied this woman who was being made to marry a man she had never even met before. I'm sure what she really wanted was to have a regular marriage with someone she loved. But because her family wanted to cling to their name, she wasn't afforded that opportunity. I wanted to do something for her. It didn't have to be anything grand. I genuinely wanted that. The day of our wedding was when I first saw her. Her face, partially obscured behind the veil, was gorgeous. And crucially, she was smiling at me. I had expected to find only gloom and despondency in her eyes. But instead, she smiled. The moment I saw that smile, I wanted it to be a permanent part of my life. I truly did want to ensure she always had a smile on her face. Ugh. Is this my room? I'm alive.
Bitch.
She can fix him. You're so right, Nilla. Oh, damn it. Oh, I feel nauseous. What time is it? The world's a blur. So hot. You mustn't get up. The doctor said bacteria entered your body through the wind. Because of that, you have a very high fever. What are you doing here? I was told you had been badly wounded, but thankfully it was not fatal. How did you make it out of... Pardon? Oh, I see. Maria opened it. Would you like some medicine to reduce the fever? It should help you feel better. Yes. No. Huh? Stay by my side for a little longer. Is there anything I can do for you? You can ask me anything. My hand? Your hand? Could you hold my hand? If you don't want to, that's fine. Like this? Sheesh! Your hand is quite cold. It probably feels that way because of your fever. So, yes? I've done some regrettable things to you. Please forgive me. To tell you the truth, from the moment I first saw you, I felt like you were what I had been searching for my whole life. Laugh if you'd like. I felt like I had finally found you. But I couldn't act around you the way I honestly felt. You should get some sleep. Could you keep holding my hand until I fall asleep? If you don't want to, that's fine. My hand is in yours. Thank you.
No. You appear to be quite delirious, Master. Those are things you should be telling your wife, not me.
He didn't even get to say it to her. He was too out of it to realize it wasn't her.
I'm so upset.
Yeah. Even just that would have fixed so much.
Uh-huh.
Oh. It was all a dream. Of course it was. It wouldn't be that easy. And she would never come to my room. She's involved with other men.
May I come in? I have another letter.
Doing this to him while he's recovering from a stabbing.
So mean.
You know she was just like, oh, this'll be so funny to make him get all upset about it while he's literally got a gut wound.
Literally. Give him a break, Maria. The white-haired girl's persistent letters did not improve anything, but simply stoked the flames of misunderstanding. This continued for several months. Though outside, the sun shone with the gentle warmth of spring, bitter winds of winter still relentlessly blew between Jacopo and his wife. Not allowed to leave her shed, and never receiving a reply to her letters, the white-haired girl's only source of information was Maria. Week after week, her circumstances remained the same, but something else was beginning to show signs of change. Her mental state. It's pointless, madam. You're only wasting your time at this point. I saw him throw your letter into the fireplace. He's not going to read anything you write, no matter how much of your soul you pour into it. He cares more about money and work than love.
Me too, Deuce. Me too.
That's the kind of man he is. Just give up and file for divorce already.
No. I will get through to him. Everything will go back to normal. I have faith. All my letters may go up in flames, but my faith will not be lost with them. As long as I keep writing, eventually I will get through to him. So I cannot stop. I cannot.
Any idea what he says about you, madam? Yakupo doesn't trust you in the slightest. He goes around calling you a witch. A man-eating devil woman. It's awful. There's no one as pure and beautiful as you.
He says I am a witch?
Listen to me, madam. He never for a second actually loved you. He just wanted the influence attached to your name. Wanted to mingle with the upper class. He used you.
But last year, when we went out together, he gave me the Fennicus wheel at the photography shop. He had the honor make it especially for me.
He was just trying to win your favor. If he really cared for you, he wouldn't have gotten you a paper toy. He would have gotten you something like a ring or a necklace or some perfume, a nice dress. Something women really like.
He tried to give you something interesting and different and to share a part of himself.
Yeah. Maria. Has he ever given you anything like that?
He doesn't have any feelings for me?
I'm sorry. I just couldn't stand to see you going through this, but I don't know when to shut my fat trap. I went too far. The last thing I need to be doing is hurting you worse. You know, for everything I've said, your unwavering dedication is really impressive, madam. I know I've suggested you get a divorce, but to be honest, part of me kinda doesn't actually want you to split up. Despite knowing you staying with him is just causing you pain.
Yeah, Maria's working really hard on the gaslight part of that, huh, isn't she?
You've made it this far. I'd like to see you make it all the way. Maybe he actually will start paying attention. Your sweetness can melt even his heart of steel.
Yes, you're right. I will keep waiting. Keep writing, and I will not divorce him.
Alright.
So please, keep delivering my letters to him. You are my only remaining connection to the outside world. Oh yes, one more thing. If it is not too much trouble, could you tell me how he has been and what he's been doing lately? I do not have much else to write about. If the thing you're referring to is when Jacopo got stabbed, then yes, or if the thing is the Maria reveal, then yes, that has also happened. We know that Maria has been playing both of them like a fiddle.
Ruh-roh.
So if I could at least relieve him of some of his work-related stress. I am his wife after all. I should be able to do that much for him. I am his wife. All good. Feel free to step in and out as you need to. I never want to hold anybody hostage in the chat.
Also, that's a good observation on the script. I wonder.
I mean, Tommaso did mention a little something about oh, weird to see you here, and thought you didn't like the Brazzatis, and she's like, oh, that was between our parents. It's nothing between us.
Tomato.
One thing I was also thinking about so far while we were reading is have you kind of thought about how this situation is a little bit similar but twisted in a bit to the story that the white-haired girl told in the first chapter about the girl stuck in the tower who wrote all the letters?
Oh, I forgot about the letters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, she told the story that she thought was maybe about her, that her dad in that first chapter had come up with, about a girl locked in a tower who was writing letters to a prince, and eventually he came and let her out of the place she was locked in.
Yeah,
this is kind of it's a very similar situation, but it's all twisted because of how Maria's interfering with it. And I just think that's a really interesting little parallel.
I like that a lot. Now that you mention it, I'm like, whoa!
Yeah.
Notice that apparently that I like that Maria also was like, "Hey, he's calling you a witch." I was also like, "Whoa!"
Especially when she knows that's a thing the white-haired girl is very sensitive about.
Yeah.
So it's like, ooh, that was right aimed at the gut. Also, I'm glad you enjoy being my hostage. Hehehe. Hehehe. Evil.
Her dedication to him was perhaps closer to an obsession. But she did not seem to be conscientious? Close enough. The fact that her obsession was killing her. She was visibly losing weight, and her spirit was breaking down. It is said that emotions fade with time, but the opposite can also be true. The act of waiting, or fervently believing for so many months despite the object of one's affections not returning them, can tear apart a person's heart, crush their soul, shatter their spirit. No matter how radiant, how thick-skinned they may be, with enough time it will wear anyone down. No one is immune. Pointless, Jacopo. Wait all you want, you won't get her back. If she's going to be writing letters, she can at least write one for you. She looks so pure, pretty as an angel. But God almighty, is it only how she looks?
Maria, just... Corin, why?
Oh
No! I agree that Maria could chill out, but maybe in a different way.
You've changed a bit.
What have I?
The old you would be yelling and screaming, chomping at the bit to go storming in on the madam. Now you just go quiet.
He's been broken.
He's boring now.
I'm just a little tired.
You could break it off then.
What?
You've already made a name for yourself in high society. Nobody's gonna suddenly start ignoring you. You've more than put her family name to good use.
He's a changed man, but is this in the best way? I think he's just got untreated depression now.
I think so. To put it in your own words, it's no longer necessary. This isn't something I really want to say, but the madam has never liked you. She was married off to a total stranger and forced to leave her home. I'm sure she felt very alone. And so she sought the companionship of other men. Anyone who wasn't you probably seemed quite attractive to her.
I guess we did stop him yelling at his wife. I guess so, that's true.
Yeah? So without getting violent or threatening to kill her or anything, just end it already, quietly and without a fuss. It'll be easier for you that way.
I cannot.
Because you still love her? That's wonderful, Jacopo. After everything, you still love her. That's just blind, slavish devotion at this point.
Perhaps it is a foolish, unhealthy obsession, but I still do not wish to sever ties with her. I cannot get the image of her smile out of my head.
Maybe you should go talk to her, perhaps?
Every time he does that, Maria's like, no, no, no.
Maybe you should slap Maria and get in there.
Whoa! Okay, I see. You just want to change the woman who he's slapping. I see.
No.
Alright, Freyja said it here, guys.
No.
Everybody remember, that's what Freyja thinks is the answer.
No.
But look of utter elation on her face as she looked through the phenakistoscope. Those captivating eyes beneath the veil at our wedding. Nilla also thinks that's the answer. Yeah, maybe both Jacopo and Maria should go touch some grass and then they'll feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe then they'll calm down a little. I will never, for as long as I live, forget those sights.
Color me surprised.
Oh, Nilla, you don't think Jacopo needs to touch grass? You're so valid, Nilla.
You're a sentimental one. Maria needs to get banished to the Shadow Realm. Yeah.
Well, I like how strong people's reactions to the characters in this chapter are.
Right? Me too. Well, I guess you always have been kind of mushy, haven't you? Show to your heart, despite how you may look. That's not a bad thing, though, in my book. There's nothing in pain in it for you now. But all you can do is wait until she stops writing. But don't worry. If you need to let off some steam, I'm all ears. I'll be here for you until she breaks it off with the other men.
No, that will not be necessary.
What?
I know very well that things cannot continue on as they are forever. I knew it from the beginning and I still couldn't do anything. This time I'm planning on facing her myself.
You serious?
Yes. I've relied on you for too long. I was afraid of what I might do to her. I didn't want anyone to find out that my wife was being unfaithful. And I thought the best way to ensure that was by locking her up away from anyone else. But the situation is not going to improve unless I do something. If I allow things to continue as they are, sooner or later word of her infidelity will leak. So before that happens, I must face her myself. I must do something.
It's probably best if you didn't. I'll tell her anything you want. Make sure things start improving.
I appreciate everything you've done, and I apologize for getting you involved in our troubles. But I'm going to end it now. No, I must put an end to it. This is a problem between me and her.
That's right. You might get violent again if you go see her face to face.
Yes, I might. I might do something that would look rather bad for me. But it's reached a point where, until the two of us face up to each other, it's never going to go away. It took me far too long. I wasted too much time trying to find my resolve.
Oh, why do we keep cutting out again?
No!
I see. You'll need a way to break the ice then.
Break the ice.
Right. If you've got some convenient excuse to talk to her, it'll reduce some tension and make it easier to bring up what you need to bring up, right? Here's an idea. That transcontinental railroad you've been funding. That's supposed to be opening up pretty soon, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
There'll be a message by telegraph when it happens, right? You can ask her to be there to hear it. And then you can invite her to ride the first train. You've put your heart and soul into this project. It's finally being realized. It's going to be an amazing day for you, and a day like that's ripe for more good things to happen.
Can't believe this dude is letting a maid talk to him like this. Sheesh.
It's going to be the accomplishment of a lifetime. Don't look so down in the dumps. You're sending trains across this massive continent, carrying on the people of this country's dreams. Who says you can't stick a dream of your own on it, too?
Right. Yes, you have a point. A railroad that spans from coast to coast. She's a sickly girl, which makes long trips difficult. But this new rail system should make them much less straining. It would allow me to show her the world.
Yeah, fit. I'm getting excited myself. It'll go great, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. the chat, do you think it'll go great?
Oh, so concerned. No, stop cutting me out!
Freyja can't evil laugh because of tech issues. How terrible. Yes, for those who haven't been here, Freyja's also been having a lot of fun being evil. Oh,
God, my fucking sides! Seriously, they're goddamn right, the both of them. They keep on trusting me and keep on getting hurt. They don't have to be going through any of this. Oh my God, Maria, you're terrible. And these people call me the Holy Mother. I believe the real Mary is rolling in her fucking grave.
Freyja's natural state, evil.
What? What? No.
Dark-sided.
Oh. Now, I must say, I wasn't expecting you to make a move, Jacopo. A shame that. The squirming loser, paralyzed by insecurity, is a better role for you. If they do end up figuring it out, tough shit. It doesn't hurt anything, just takes away a bit of my fun. I don't understand why he's so infatuated with this railroad. I mean, you sort of get romanticizing steel, but my kind of steel's a little smaller scale. Anyway, I suppose it's about time to get things moving. No matter how this plays out, you will not have a happy ending, Jacopo. You're going to get a real taste of just how much I despise you.
Maria! Maria! Oh, there you are.
What is it? I'm on break right now.
You were assigned to clean the cellar today, weren't you? Well, headmaid's saying it hasn't been done yet.
Uh-oh. Don't piss off the maid.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. I cleaned it. Just a casual once-over, but hey.
Well, do it again, and do it right this time. Because if you don't, it's gonna fall on me.
And that's supposed to make me give a damn?
I mean it, you take care of it. You get enough special treatment as it is.
Yeah, right. I heard you the first time. I'll take care of it.
And don't you forget it. Oh, for God's sake, why should I have to be the one to tell her?
Is she gone? Ugh, what a pain. Who cares if the damn cellar is clean? Not like anyone's bringing guests down there. Yeesh.
Yeesh.
Yeesh. I guess I should take care of it. Better than a tongue lashing by the head maid. I love how Maria is so powerful and strong, and yet she's like, oh, don't piss off that maid.
Yeah.
That head maid is something else.
Nobody wants to mess with the maid.
Nope.
Not even the villainess of this story.
Nope. God, why do I have to be a maid anyway? What a dank place. Ugh, it's so dark and humid down here. Makes me feel gross.
Dink.
Dink! Remember the last time someone was in the cellars?
Oh yeah.
That's
Bestia. Yukimasa.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Someone there? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Can you get farther in? Oh, it's seriously dusty back here. Who was supposed to clean this last week? We'll clean the whole thing next time, damn it. It just makes my job harder. Oh, disgusting. Damn cobwebs! Oh god. Oh dear god. I do not want to clean this. No! Oh for God's sake, stack this stuff properly! Now I gotta fix this whole mess. For the love of...
She found the piss barrel.
Oh,
Also, good evening, Nox. Hello.
no!
No, not the gamer bottle.
Uh-oh. What's this? Something carved into the floor. Never noticed this before. Someone get bored one day? What do we have here? Ah, mostly illegible. Let's see. It's not written in English, but my native language. But it's not modern. It's really archaic. Why on earth would an old form of my country's language be carved into the floor of a mansion built here in the New World? Most of it's illegible, but I can make out one section. Our lives. Our lives shall be forfeit to the witch's curse. Nevertheless, we must lay bare those sins So we must lay bare those with sin upon their souls, for the redemption of those whom are pure. Should ye mean not to dispel your curse? We implore you, O witch, to mark with it only their bloodlines. The blood of the sinners flows through those who dwelt within this house.
Oh, Nox redeemed a thirsty. I think Nox wants to see us drink some catboy juice. Okay. Sip, sip, sip. You too, Freyja.
Sip, sip, sip.
Ah, delicious.
Yum, yum. Thank you for the redeem.
Yes, thank you.
But not I. What in the... A witch? That's crazy. That's crazy. But why does the handwriting look like mine? It's just coincidentally similar. No one's handwriting is perfectly unique after all. Why am I so sweaty? It's not that hot down here. Ah, nope. Forget it. Didn't see a thing. Not a chance it's real. Just a tasteless prank. This is silly. There's something in this box. Is that a painting? Has it always been here? Huh? White hair, fair skin. Is this the madam? But then, why is the face all torn up? And her clothes look really old-fashioned. The painting seems worn and faded too. Something about it feels off. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's very creepy, unsettling. The writing on the floor and this painting. What is with this house? Just a painting. Nothing to get weirded out over. I bet I know what happened. Jacopo probably slashed it up in a fit of jealousy. He is a simple man. Seeing this probably wouldn't put him in the best mood. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. That is
What do you
very
think,
strange,
Kat?
though.
Mm-hmm.
Why would there be a painting of her in old-fashioned clothes all torn up in the cellar?
I wonder. What's with that weird writing too? In Maria's handwriting?
Weird. What was that? Is someone there? The door is open? Nobody's there. What's this? A painting? Who could have left it in here? Is that me? Why, but my face, it's been cut. No. Why would someone have this painted? Just to do this? Who would do such a thing? You're like a witch, my dear. Like a demon. Your very presence brings misfortune upon others. You're cursed. No, I am not. I am not. Was it you, Jacopo? Did you have this painted so you could destroy it? Do you really despise me to that extent? Why do you? What did I ever do to make you hate me so? Why? All I am doing is waiting for you. You worthless tramp. Are those ears only for show? This house has no need of a garden. I always thought you had at least some sense of taste. Silence! It's all your fault, every last thing. Then say goodbye to your freedom. I'll kill you! Does the mere act of waiting impose upon you? Does my mere presence pervert you? Would it be better if I were gone? Would it be better if I left this mansion? If I left you? I don't think I can wait much longer. There's no end in sight. I can't take it any. There is no end. No, I will set a deadline for when I give up waiting. When the project you pour your heart and soul into is complete. When the railroad opens, I will be finished waiting. And then it's over.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, send Maria to Tampa, Florida. New chat goal. Forget about juicy Nardbert.
I forgot. Oh no, I forgot how sad this gets. Oh no!
Listen, I've been sitting here thinking about it. It's like, oh no. Oh no, I have to sit here and experience this again.
The Pacific Railroad's last spike ceremony was drawing nearer by the day. That day was, coincidentally, the deadline the two of them had set for themselves. Jacopo to confront his wife, and the white-haired girl to wait for him. And as that day approached, she continued to write letters. She wrote the letters purely by force of habit, despite having been visibly worn thin. I expect that she could not stop, that the act of writing was all that kept her from going mad. By focusing her attention on another person through her letters, she was able to maintain her grip on herself. But that day would put an end to her suffering and despair. When the railroad was completed, all their misunderstandings would be cleared up. They would return to the smiling, happy couple they had been when they were first married. The harsh winter would finally come to a close, melting away into the past and allowing them to step into the future. With constant prayer in my heart, I impatiently awaited the railroad's opening ceremony.
No, Lakeland's nice. Hi, Essie. We're sad
Hi,
today.
Essie. Yeah, we're sad.
We're
again.
sad.
We're really sad. I do not, after all, wish for anyone to fall into any kind of misfortune. And that goes for you as well, Master. Now, Master, the door is soon to be shut upon this era.
Oh, Essie, you got your booster. I hope you're feeling okay.
Yeah.
Good luck. I know that can be rough. I still need to get mine.
Me too. Are you prepared to see what happens next? I see. Very well.
All right, Chad, are you prepared to see what happens next?
Yeah.
Too bad either way, we're still going.
Oh no! Then allow us to make our way to that final day. See with your own eyes, Master, how this tale concludes.
Alright, Nilla's ready.
Any guesses, chat? Any guesses?
Any predictions for how this will end? Are they gonna go on a nice train trip across the country together where he shows her the world? Your guess is PogChamp? Okay.
Hmm?
PogChamp's gonna show up for a divorce Emmett Sulk. I'm not taking Emmett Sulk from you. You can have him, Nilla. I promise you, you can have him. A nondescript guess is fire. Interesting guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And please, do not let go of my hand. Thirsty!
Thank you for the thirsty redeem. Drink some of your water. We gotta be ready for the ending here.
Oh boy, here we go. The night before the opening ceremony, the master of the house headed for his wife's shed. There was a tension on his face, but a surety in his step. He had found the resolve to speak with her. Having locked her away for so long, in the shed like a common prisoner, Jacopo was hardly optimistic that what she might say. Hardly optimistic about what she might say to him. He had undeniably mistreated her, said heartless and cruel things to her, and even gotten physically violent with her. His actions were inexcusable, even if they were in response to her infidelity. Of course, the very infidelity which had driven him to such behavior had not, in fact, taken place, but he was unaware of that. There was a chance they would never reconcile their misunderstandings, and that this predicament would not have a positive resolution, but he still clung to a tiny fragment of hope. He wanted to start over with the white-haired girl, to make a new future with her. With that desire burning strong in his heart, he stood before the door to her shed and called out to her.
Are you awake? It's me, Jacopo. May I come in? Jacopo Redemption Arc, let's go! I won't hurt you. I will not raise my hand against you again. I swear to you I will do you no harm. I just wish to speak. I would like to have a calm, rational conversation. And as such, I will not enter your room until you have given me your permission. So may I please come in? You won't even give me a response. All right. Considering how you must feel about me, I shouldn't be surprised. Fine, then you don't have to let me in. But please at least hear me out. Don't call him a hoe, Nilla! Do you remember the day shortly after we first met when we went on our honeymoon? If you can even call the little walk we took a honeymoon. I was unable to do anything nice for you then either. I had no experience, no idea how to interact with an upper-class woman like you. I didn't know what I should do for you. And yes, I know that makes me sound juvenile. I have a tendency to say things I don't mean the more perturbed I get. I'm sure I said things to hurt you numerous times that day. However, at the photography shop when you saw the phenakistoscope, you smiled for me. I was genuinely pleased in that moment. I felt like I had gotten closer to you. I very much doubt that was actually an appropriate present for a noble woman like yourself. Jewels or flowers or something like that, something beautiful, would have certainly suited you better. I knew that, but I assumed you would have been given gifts like that countless times in the past. You are, after all, a beautiful woman. I did not want to have to compete on the same field as those other men. I wanted to be special. No, I wanted to be unique to you. No one had ever shown you anything of the sort before, had they? Frankly, I wasn't sure if a woman of your status would take any interest in a phenakistoscope at all. I imagine you've thrown it out by now, but I choose to believe you sincerely liked it on that day. That, if just for a moment, I caught your eye. Even if you'd started seeing other men afterwards, that moment was real, wasn't it? Our marriage was, at its core, nothing but an arrangement between our parents, an exchange of money and influence. That was how it began, but that day I loved you. I yearned to see you smile, as if I had loved you my entire life. The Pacific Railroad has finally been completed. That's the project I've been funding. Everyone thought it was crazy, but a railroad now stretches across the breadth of this country. A joining ceremony will be held tomorrow. It's going to be a grand event. Locally, they're planning on doing a gun salute, and the sound of the last spike being driven into the ground will be transmitted across the country via telegraph. I have procured a telegraph so we can listen to it here in the mansion. In your condition, you would probably have trouble handling the crowds at the telegraph station, but here you could celebrate in the comfort of your own home. I suppose what I'm saying is, I want to celebrate this with you. I have made arrangements to make that possible for you, because I wish to have you there with me. Would you be willing, tomorrow, to celebrate the completion of the Pacific Railroad with me? Would you be there at my side? Please, say something. I want to start over. I know very well what I've done to you. You may be at fault yourself, but what I did is unacceptable. But what I did was a consequence of my overpowering love for you. I swear it. Why will you not answer me? Say something, anything. Please, please. You can hear me in there, can't you? If you don't want to, you can just say no. If you do reject me, I'll set you free. I won't hurt you, I promise. Huh? The door is not locked. Who opened it? Hello, Dig! Welcome to the stream. You've come at a time.
Dig. I dig.
Hello. So Jacopo's gone to try and apologize to his wife and promise that he will be a better man for her, and that he knows what he did was unforgivable, but he still would like to try if she allows him.
A humid spring breeze brushed against his cheeks. The drawn lace curtains appeared to glow in the gentle moonlight. The white-haired girl was not in her room.
Where have you gone?
Stupefied, he glanced about his wife's chambers. To my eyes, the neatly organized room appeared no different than any other day. But to his eyes, it was pale and hollow. For the one who was supposed to be there, who was supposed to be waiting for him, not present. Could not hear her voice from anywhere in the shed. In its place echoed a dry rustling. A sad, pitiful, empty whisper of a noise. It came from the lone object left abandoned atop her desk.
The phenakistoscope.
The one present Jacopo had ever given the white-haired girl, a toy made of paper. When spun and viewed in a mirror, it created the illusion of a man and a woman dancing.
Damn, Luigi, looking good! You still had this? That's ridiculous. I had assumed you had it thrown out.
The white-haired girl had evidently made considerable use of the phenakistoscope. There we go. The paper was visibly worn and tattered, warped in places, and had begun to yellow. It spun slowly in the wind, rustling and rustling and rustling, spinning in an endless reminder to that day the year before, that there was no longer anyone around to look through it.
Why? But you were with other men. Why would you keep something I gave you? It's so worn. Why? A letter.
Beneath the ever-rotating phenakistoscope lay a single sheet of paper. As if drawn to it, he scanned the contents of the parchment. It was a letter addressed to Harumigo Yakubo. The salutation, written in his native language, translated as follows.
My beloved Jacopo, did the fruits of your dream turn out as you had hoped? I am sure it was wonderful and impressively fast. A train that can travel across a continent as large as this is like something out of a story. I wish I could have been there to see it. I'm sure it would have been quite pleasant, like the day you gave me the Fennicus wheel. Am I being presumptuous? I'm sorry. I thought I would keep waiting for you forever, no matter how much you hated or ignored me. But I made up my mind, so I'm sorry. I decided I would wait for you until the railroad was completed. I foolishly thought that you might invite me to the opening ceremony. But it seems I am not good enough for you. I am going to take my leave of your house, so you needn't concern yourself with me any longer. However, I do have one request. Please do not forget about all the letters I wrote. Think back on them from time to time, and do not burn them all, for they contain my thoughts, my feelings, my words, a record of my love for you. Remember, when you can, that I was always watching you. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble writing. My ears are ringing. There's a voice whispering to me, calling me a witch. Maybe it's your voice. My vision is blurred. I'm not even sure what is going through my mind. I'm sorry this was all I was able to write for you. I'm truly sorry. I will leave the Fennicus wheel behind. It was my dearest treasure. Farewell. I loved you. May 8th, 1869.
I'm so upset. Nice. Sorry.
Funny number. What the hell is this?
He was visibly rattled. And unsurprisingly so. The mention of the Transcontinental Railroad's opening ceremony, the letters she had written, her dearest treasure, her profession of love for him, and above all, the mangled text that appeared to have been written by someone not entirely in their right mind. Everything about it served to amplify his befuddlement.
You waited for me. How can that be? The joining ceremony is tomorrow. It hasn't happened yet. Why? Why did you have to leave then? I'm here. I came for you just as I planned. The ceremony is on the 10th.
A second later, Jacopo gasped. The date written on the letter was the day prior, May 8th. Originally, the ceremony was planned to be held on May 8th, 1869. However, due to bad weather and a labor dispute, it had been postponed for 2 days.
This can't be. I made sure you were informed. I had Maria.
Having an affair.
Maria. No, you couldn't.
scattered fragments of memory began coming together in his mind. Maria was the only one who had informed him of his wife's supposed unfaithfulness. And though the letters had not been addressed to him, thinking back on it, they had all been about him. In one letter, she had mentioned treasuring a gift. Jacopo had assumed it meant a gift from another man. But in fact, she had been referring to the phenakistoscope.
Good job!
Thank you. Sitting atop her desk, still spinning in the wind. At long last, he finally made that connection. And at the same time, he realized that the only person who could have altered the letters was someone they both trusted, Maria.
Never. She never even once betrayed me. She was not unfaithful at all. She waited unwaveringly for me. And I refused to believe her. I caused her pain again and again.
But his realizations came far too late. The white-haired girl's spirit had broken, and she was no longer at the mansion. Had he caught on to Maria's machinations sooner, things would not have turned out as they had. But he was much too late.
Maria, why would you do this?
Clenching the letter from his wife, Jacopo stormed out of the shed in search of Maria. But she was not in the room assigned to her.
Where are you? Where have you gone? Maria!
Several maids were roused from their slumber by the racket, but no one had the courage to speak up as the master of the house frantically charged through the halls. Eventually, he arrived at his own chamber. He was certain he had closed the door before leaving, and now a sliver of light shone through the gap between it and the frame. From within the room, he thought he could sense someone's presence. When he opened the door, there he saw, comfortably perched upon his own chair, a woman. "I've been waiting, Jacopo." I love her.
Eek, a woman!
Oh no! Nice room you've got here. Though I guess it's only natural, you being the man of the house and all. All these fancy furnishings. You do know this stuff's too good for you, right? And then me, get that bare little maid's room. Drives me up the wall. So hey, Jacopo. Clear the air with your little lady yet?
Maria!
I love that look on your face. I'm guessing you didn't make things better then.
You know good and well that she's not even here anymore.
Well, yeah, but I still want to hear you say it, you know? I want to hear from your own mouth that you couldn't keep a leash on your woman, so you locked her up, drove her mad, broke her down, and then she ran away from you. Stop cutting me out!
Freyja's trying to be evil!
I'm trying to be evil! Go on, say something. Climb back on your high horse and start shouting like you always do.
Why, Maria? Why would you do this?
Why? Why do you think? Because I fucking despise you. I've been trying to figure out how I wanted to end things, but then they just fell apart on their own. The fates are smiling down upon me, I guess.
Nonsense! She was waiting for me until the day of the joining ceremony, and I was going to see her on that day. You knew the ceremony had been postponed.
That's what you get for putting it all in my hands. For thinking I'm the only one on your side. What, did you think I'd just tell her like a good little maid? Not a chance in hell. I mean, talk about some fantastic news. You both picked the same day, but you've got the dates different. Absolutely perfect.
Maria, is that how you've always felt? Oh my god, yeah, Bahari, visual novel horror villain! How long have you held this grudge against me? Thank you, Nilla.
How long? How long? Stop cutting me out! Oh my god!
Our man's. He has 2 hands, and I'm letting Nilla hold the other one. Thank you, Nilla. Love you.
There you go. How goddamn dense can you be? Must be nice living in your own little fantasy world, Jacopo. And this is the next Kappa Famiglia? Oh my god, my sides!
So you've always hated me.
At the very least, I fucking loathed you since the minute we had our reunion. At first, I did try to convince myself you had your reasons. Didn't make it feel any less unfair, though. You had all your money and all your power and everything else you stole from me. And then you go and get hitched to this pretty little lady. Oh, don't try to act like you're the victim here. This is all on you. You don't have any idea how I felt? Fallen from grace? Made your goddamn maid, having to suck up to you. Do you have any idea how infuriating that was? Or did you think I didn't know anything? Did you think I didn't suspect anything? If you did, then you've got your head way up in the clouds.
So you were motivated by your grudge against my family, the Berzottis.
Precisely. That's exactly it. Your father wanted so badly to be the Kappa Famiglia, wanted so badly to be in power, that he murdered my dad and grandpa. They say it was a carriage accident, but the ground was all torn to hell where it happened. You want to tell me what kind of carriage accident causes it to explode? As soon as my dad and grandpa died, your dad took over as Kappa Famiglia. The balance of power in the factions began to change. My family, and anyone with ties to the Campanellas, were either exterminated or exiled. The Berzottis took control of the city. My grandpa's Casca became your Casca. No one in their right mind would be so naive enough to think the Berzottis didn't have a hand in that. The great Campanella family, bitten by their pet dog. Except the dog had rabies. And as a result, in time, that lush, historic land will wither away and die. My dad and grandpa, buried in that dried up earth, are screaming in their graves even now. You can't prove me wrong, can you, Jacopo? And now, first in line to be the next Kappa Famiglia is you, his son. Naturally. Feels pretty good, don't it? Slaughtering my family. Leaving us to wallow in the mud. While you live here like a fucking king. Because of what your family did, I don't have a home to go back to anymore. No house, no prestige, I have nothing left. And that's goddamn outrageous! The Campanellas are supposed to run that city. But instead, you filthy Berzottis, Berzatti curs are crawling over it like some kind of infestation. I was doing so well.
Listen, she's really in the moment. She's tripping over her words because she's yelling.
Exactly.
She's so mad.
She's so mad. I am a legitimate Campanella, but I'm stuck being your goddamn maid! If I hadn't been born a woman, I could have become the Capofamiglia after my dad and grandpa died. But because I'm a woman, I couldn't retaliate, so I just had to sit on my hands and watch the tragedy unfold. It was absolutely miserable. So I had to make you suffer as well. I had to make you I had to make you twice as miserable as I was.
You had no reason to hate anyone but me. Why did you make her a part of this? Did you have some grudge against her too?
Particularly, I actually rather liked the madam. Sweet, pretty, kind-hearted, timid, and fragile. Trusted every word I said. A splendid little toy.
You thought of her as your toy?
Now, can you really call me out for that? You can't. You have no right. You never cared one bit about anyone else. They're all footstools to you. It's a little too late to find yourself a sense of morality. This whole thing, it could have been avoided if you two had just had a single conversation. But instead, the both of you come crawling to me saying, "You're my only ally, Maria." How dense can you be?
Of course. I thought you were my ally. You're enjoying your monologue, huh?
I am.
I trusted you, as I'm sure she did too.
Then you should get your eyes examined because you can't see a damn thing.
Maria.
My god, it was beautiful.
Whatever is wrong with him is way funnier. Spit in truth.
Oh god.
Yeah, Nilla, can we just leave him like this? I think it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of neat. Nilla, you get the appeal of a broken man, right?
Oh my god.
Alright, go ahead, Freyja.
The way you two blindly trusted me, creating your own misunderstandings and causing your own pain. How could you ever how you could never seem to get on the same page?
I'm so sorry. 1 second, Graha. Tia's done fucking nothing wrong ever in his life. Shut up, Nilla. We were all...
Hold on.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. Listen, Nilla, we're on the same side about Jacopo, but if you... Don't you use that in a... Don't you think that's a bypass for Graha hate? I won't do it. I won't have that.
Watching it all fall apart.
Listen, I'm just saying. If I'm gonna be locked in a basement by anyone, it's gonna be Jacopo. I'm sorry, Dig. Jacopo's already filled that role in my heart.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Riri redeemed a Thirsty. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh.
Alright, I'll let you get back, Freyja.
Go on to the next one.
Okay. Maria, is that everything? The extent of your grudge and all you did?
Oh jeez. Yep. That's everything. All that's left is for me to kill you. Hold still now. I wouldn't want to miss.
Maria, you! Does our past mean nothing to you? Was that oath just an empty promise? How could it when you remember it so clearly?
And I'll explain it for you, little romantic boy. Bad grown-ups will eventually take advantage of good memories. It's time I finally return this to you, Jacopo. That carriage you
gave me.
Excuse me. Packed with your disgusting sentimentality.
Oh!
Stop cutting me out! Killing you ain't the end, though. All you prosodic curs. I'll send every last one of you straight to hell. My revenge has just begun.
Even if you had been a man, you wouldn't have been a suitable capo famiglia. You should have aimed between my eyes, Maria!
Jacopo! Oh! Hi. Why?
Alright, pour one out for an evil bad bitch. In a panic, I pulled the trigger, and from the barrel, a bullet went flying, quite literally right between her eyes. Would anyone ever believe me if I said this wasn't how I wanted things to turn out? I see that emote.
Also, Dig, you're right. I could definitely. Next time I'll have to do the press to speak.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that'll help.
The rain just keeps on coming. I wonder if we'll be able to go home today. Hey, Jacopino! Say something, you little wuss!
But be quiet. You're gonna give me a headache.
The lightning's way louder than me.
Eek!
You jumped, Jacopino. You're such a baby.
You jumped too, and stop calling me that.
Don't be scared. Don't cry.
This is me watching you play horror games.
Oi.
I am not crying. Your eyes are damp too.
I'm not crying, not at all. Not one bit.
Liar!
There's no end to this rain, is there?
I'm fine, if it doesn't stop. There's nothing at home for me.
You don't want to go home? Your parents don't get along, huh?
That's got nothing to do with it.
Liar.
You've got it good. Everyone loves your grandpa. Whenever anyone needs something, they come to him. Now there's a great man.
Chad is having so much fun with the emoji.
Yeah, chat really likes that, huh? I'm glad I added it.
It's really HD. Watch it. Oh, it's so funny. Huh? How'd my grandpa become part of this?
Oh, no reason.
Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see how HD it was?
I have been. It's just, I'm trying not to lose it because just seeing these, like, all float across the screen during such a dramatic moment, it's really some emotional whiplash.
Yes. Not everyone likes him. He just gets as much hate as love. Grandpa's not really a model citizen. He's mostly just shrewd. Are you jealous?
I'm not. My old man is, though.
Easy now. Well, your dad's got his good points too, I think. Like, I don't know, he seems like the kind of man who can accomplish big things. Though he seems like the kind of man who can accomplish— No, I already said that.
Oh
Though
my
he seems
god,
a lot
Essie.
stricter than his grandpa.
Just seeing the be yourself.
Oh, please.
Jump by. It's so cursed, but so funny.
It is. Oh, come on, I don't get you. What are you climbing out for?
No reason. No!
There it is. Oh no. Oh no.
Look at them go!
If you don't want to go home, then how about we go somewhere far away from here?
Huh?
Once it stops raining, let's get out of here. Head up to the capital, find some work.
Nilla!
We can make it work, the two of us. Oh, and we'll bring Nero, of course.
If we could, that would be nice. Break free of this city and its outdated traditions. Head somewhere bigger, more forward-thinking. If only it were possible. Yeah, they're gonna bring Nero Final Fantasy with them. Oh, the Nero Mahoyake. There are so many Neros. It's alright, Maria. I know you were just joking. Oh my god, Dig. We wouldn't be able to find work anyway. If the two of us ran off, we'd be starving in a month. You'd have to be blind not to see that.
Right.
Let's go home once the rain lets up.
Yeah, once it does. But until then, I know, let's sing. Sing even louder than the lightning. Then maybe you'll stop crying, Jacopino.
I am not crying!
Come on, let's sing. Oh, I don't know this.
Come up with a tune. Oh my gosh.
No.
I wasn't ready for that! I'm sorry, it wasn't as good as yours, Freyja. I was laughing too much.
Fine.
Maria, I may not put it into words, but I trust you understand that I consider you a dear friend.
Listen to me, Jacopo. My actions were justified. I did what I did for the betterment of the city, this land. The Campanellas are too conservative. Under their control, this country will atrophy. Atrophy? Atrophy? Atrophy?
Essie, thank you for the bit! La 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 la. You said it, girl.
You said it, girl. Oh, it was beautiful. Oh, it is atrophy. Okay, thank you.
Oh, no.
Progress will continue to lose steam. If we don't push forward, we'll fall further and farther behind.
Nilla, thank you for the bit. Those are the noises Graha made getting juiced. La 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 la.
Before long, you will be made the next Capifamiglia. But until that day, you will cross over to the New World and establish the Koska there. Unify us, bolster us, make us strong. I'll handle things back here. I won't let the Capifamiglias, no, the Campanellas try and strike back. What? You want Maria to... It's dangerous to keep a Campanella so close by. She has to be taken care of. If you insist. But do not let your guard down. Betrayal is a constant companion in this world. I'm giving you my revolver. Keep it on you at all times. Glory everlasting upon our blood. And upon this earth.
The best I can give you as a job as my maid. If I show you any more obviously preferential treatment, the Berzottis are liable to step in. Money, power, respect, and enough authority to not take orders from anyone. I thought that if I could obtain all that, I would be able to give you your freedom. And her as well. I wanted to give you both comfortable lives. But none of that got through to either of you. Everything is slipping through my fingers. Her love, my friendship with Maria, both of their smiles.
Sir? What was that sound? Eek! So much blood! Maria? What happened this time?
You keep getting stuck witnessing the worst things.
What? What?
Call a doctor. Someone with tight lips. Do not call the police. And don't make a scene. Got it? If so, go on. No, he's not ugly, you're trash! Nilla, tell her. Nilla, she'll trust your taste. Love Deluxe will trust your taste. You're both Emmett stans. If so, then go on.
Yes.
Right. Not everything has slipped from my grasp. My money and influence are all that's left.
That is what you wanted, though, is it not? You sought money and power, no?
Aren't you going to go?
I will. But first, I would like to ask you something. What do you intend to do from here?
What am I gonna do? Exactly the same as before. There is but one thing for me to do.
I see. Will you eventually find solace in your riches? The way I see it, money and power can be your ally, but they can become your enemy in the blink of an eye. If you do not put them into words, your feelings will never make it through to anyone. For unlike money, humans are not measurable by their appearance.
Oh man, yeah, I need to show what he looks like in the manga. Probably once we're done with the chapter.
I want to see too. He failed to communicate to anyone what he held within his breast. He was chained down by his place in society, his pride, his relationships, and something else I didn't see. It's okay.
Sorry, I accidentally clicked.
That's okay. And at some point, he found himself in a position where he was no longer able to speak his mind.
Oh, the spin-off too. I wonder if I have that in my files. I'll have to look for it.
After enough time, he likely forgot how to be genuine at all. Or perhaps someone like him simply would not, even if they knew how. In any event, there are many things in this world that cannot be communicated without being put into words. How sad that his tale should end without him expressing how he truly felt. How hard it must have been to never clear up his misunderstandings. After Jacopo's confrontation with Maria, the Pacific Railroad was completed as scheduled. Celebratory cheers took the new world as the last spike was driven into the rails. Jacopo, however, could not even manage to smile listening to the telegraph. And I am sure you can take a guess as to why. The people with whom he wished to share that moment were not there. Shortly following her death, Jacopo held a private funeral for Maria. Then, he commenced to search for the white-haired girl. But he did not do so alone. He hired others to help, did everything in his power to find her, tirelessly searching for many, many years. However, he never was able to locate her, and he spent the remainder of his life alone. Money, power, renowned servants. The world around him was always quite lively, but solitude was his only companion. He waited and he waited and waited for the white-haired girl to return. The years crawled by, and with no family or loved ones at his side to care for him in old age, he died alone.
I think, like, she did run away, but I think the implication is she probably killed herself somewhere outside of the mansion or just fell into destitution and died out there.
Because she, like, was very, very visibly thin and was not sane.
She was emotionally and physically worn down, so chances are pretty high that she just died. Oh, thank you for the stretch redeem, Essie.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, I needed that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, me too. Oh, ooh, right at the end of that, it's a good time for it. Oh my goodness, do you think this is where we should call it for tonight?
I don't know. Do you think they're going to talk about it a little bit?
They might talk about it a little bit. Let's see what the maid talks about.
Yeah.
The door before you slowly drew shut. You could no longer hear the raucous... I don't know. Sounds of the men from within the den.
I was like, wait, how do you do this?
It's my turn to be tripped up over words I never say out loud. The faint scent of cigarette smoke, however, lingered in the air. Staring vaguely at the closed door, you noticed something was amiss. The maid, who had been holding your hand, was no longer at your side. You glanced around, but she was nowhere in sight. Down the corridor stretched only darkness. Not having anticipated this, you were unsure how to react.
What's the matter? Oh wait, who is... this? Is this...
I think this is a you character.
What's the matter? You lost, or are you just trying to take in the sights?
A voice called out to you, but it was not the maid's voice. Caught off guard, you spun around confused in search of the source.
Where are you looking? I'm over here. Yeah, there you go. A little more to the left.
Following the voice's instructions, you found yourself facing a wall.
You look like you've just seen a ghost. Hey now, come on, don't turn away. Yep, you got it. I'm the one talking to you.
The voice was coming from within the painting. When you had passed by this wall on your way to the third door, a magnificent landscape painting had been hanging there. But now the canvas was a deep shade of black, as if it had been dipped into a vat of ink.
Been a while since I talked to anyone.
Hogwarts?
So tell me, you can hear me alright, can't ya? Splendid. Been so long since I've had a conversation. I was afraid I might have forgotten how to talk. So tell me, who might you be? You don't know? Well, isn't that quite the pickle? Then how about we have a little chat, eh? You got yourself turned around and aren't quite sure where to go, yeah? Well, I'll be happy to tell you anything I can. Just ask away.
The painting sounded rather high-spirited. Perhaps he was simply excited to have the opportunity to speak with someone. So, you decided you would ask the painting a few questions. Do you think maybe we should save this for next time?
Do it. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think this could be a fun place to start off next stream on.
Perfect.
We did it though. We finished chapter 3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
There's
so much happened, huh?
So much. Oh goodness.
Pretty Pog.
Yeah, how did everybody like that chapter?
Yeah, I know this chapter is like generally seen as a very divisive one, and people generally have very strong opinions on all of the characters in it. Oh, the bees.
You were waiting for that.
You liked it when Jacopo was getting shit on. Jacopo has the best KDA, for better or worse. Nilla.
It's true. Jacopo's a really interesting character.
Yeah.
I feel like, obviously, he's not excused from anything that he did.
Yeah, I like don't want to take anybody thinking that I stan him or like him as meaning I excuse his actions. Like, I think the fact that he does irredeemable things, but I still found myself, like, sympathizing with him is what makes him so well written to me and interesting, you know? Because, like, I'm impressed that they could have a character do, you know, things that are horrible, but, like, still have me sympathize and say, like, well, I feel like under better circumstances this could have been different, you know?
Exactly, like, I know, like, it touched a little bit about it on his, in his history about, like, he grew up in a Costco, so basically a mafia, and, you know, of course, their view on life is going to be very different compared to someone who grew up in a normal household, right? And you can see how it, like, affected his life so much. It's very interesting.
I think, like, clearly it left him very emotionally stunted. And, you know, he was so obsessed with, like, money and power. And, like, yeah, Korn put it really well just now. Jacopo had the stress of his work, the familia, and not knowing how to talk to someone he genuinely cared about that he didn't expect to. So, it's kind of like I said about the last two chapters, too. It's like this perfect storm for the worst possible thing that can happen to happen. And to me that is like the tragedy of all of these, is that I want to believe that all of these characters could have had much better lives or been way better people under the right circumstances. And I guess that's what I find sad about it, you know? Is that if Jacopo had, like, you know, stepped down and just said, like, you know what, like, money and power aren't really what I want. Like, even if I just want these things to protect the people I love, going after these things for them is actively ruining my relationships with them. And yeah, the maid never does interfere. She places herself as just, you know, an observer and a spectator. She always says, like, oh, if only I'd known at the time, or like, oh, but there was nothing I could do, which is also very interesting. How are we feeling about the maid with that?
Yeah, how's everybody doing about the maid? Thoughts on the maid? Thoughts on the white-haired girl? The white-haired girl is always the victim here. She's always so, like, blameless and just, like, innocent, and then gets the worst things happening to her, too. She's always on the bad end of it. She's hella partial. There's also the very interesting note or writing that Maria found in the basement.
Oh, goodbye, Nox. Have a good sleep.
Thanks for joining us.
You think the white-haired girl's the master of the mansion? I see.
Ooh.
Ghost maids just care about their house charges being clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because the maid, other than that one scene, was basically like a non-presence in this chapter.
Yeah.
Like, she showed up in, like, fairly significant ways, I think, in both other chapters, or, like, you know, had significant things to kind of do. But here, like, she was off-screen the entire time except for one scene, and characters don't even really talk about interacting with her unless it's specifically for work, which is interesting.
Very, very, very interesting.
Just, like, as time goes on, she's getting less and less involved.
That's very cool.
Oh, I forgot, while we're talking about this, I'll pull up some manga.
Yeah, let's see them. I'm still under the assumption that white-haired girl is someone who did something to the witch that they bring up sometimes, and she's just getting punished for whatever it was. That's also a really, really good guess. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so here's part of the chapter 3 crew. I believe this was like a chapter like cover. I love this art.
Very anime.
Uh-huh.
I wish this is how it could have gone.
See, he's so hot in the manga, it like messed me up when I saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, why are we
Oh my
drawing him this
God.
handsome?
Uh-huh.
I think I have another one. 1 second.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. Oh, this one's good too.
Oh, that is really
It's
good.
really pretty, isn't it? I love with the railroad
Yeah.
tracks and everything.
Uh-huh. Oh, the divide between them.
Early in chapter 3, I thought it was gonna be like a gay love story. Yeah, they kind of like definitely play into you thinking that to kind of, I guess, like distract you from, you know, the more sus parts of Maria. To be like, oh, cool, like she's funny, she's like very into the white-haired girl, you know?
Yeah.
It definitely
Yeah.
feels like that was... I feel like that was probably like kind of an intentional choice to kind of distract you. Although I do headcanon Maria as not straight.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, also sets up Jacopo's jealousy, that's very true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was good. Maria was a good character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so fun.
I know a lot of people find her kind of like motivations underwhelming as a villain, although I think that's one thing that the manga does add to very well. They add like a scene with her talking to her mother right after her father and grandfather died, and her mother like legit takes her aside and says like, you have to like get revenge, like they did this to us, they're our enemies, they've ruined our lives kind of things.
No. Yeah.
Which is like, you know, doing it to this child. So I think it is, that added like a nice little bit of extra context to why like Maria would be so vitriolic if you imagine that she lived her life with a person saying this to her for years.
Exactly.
So it's like kind of a shame that something like that isn't in the game, but I understand they probably just wanted to focus on all of the moving parts they already had going on.
Yeah, I get it too. It's either gonna boil down to revenge against him or try and take his wife if Maria really did have interest in her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I saw it going in at first too.
Yeah, I know. I think I see a lot of people assume that's what's going on first too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's also the extra motivation that, you know, yeah, she was always looked down upon because she was a woman, like, she couldn't take over, like, her dad or grandpa's place because she was a woman. You know, she was, like, ultimately just very frustrated with the limitations that, like, society had placed on her and her role in it as a woman. And I think that's interesting to consider. Yeah, she basically says, like, okay, well, I'm going to take advantage then of the fact that everybody thinks that, you know, I can just be like this dumb, cheerful woman, and they won't question me because of that. So that's, like, an interesting way to kind of play with that and see how she kind of, like, deals with it.
Yeah.
And even twists it to her advantage as part of her revenge.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And yeah, I also find it interesting that, like, Jacopo, like, he does get to survive this, but, like, they make it very clear that, like, it's in the way that would be the most miserable for him specifically to survive, you know? Like, he has everything but the one thing he actually wanted. Like, he doesn't have his wife, he doesn't have any friends. He's just, yeah, he was never happy and he never would be again. And I think in a way that's a little bit scarier than dying, is just the idea of living this long, miserable life.
Yeah, for real.
And like spending years searching for the white-haired girl and probably pouring all this money and resources into it, but never finding her.
Never. Oh, so sad. Especially because, like what you said, he kind of did all of these things to protect the people that he cared about. And then nothing comes of it.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, you know what, like, if you hadn't been, like, so fixated on, like, you know, your father's expectations and, like, what you felt like you had to be, and just said, like, okay, what is it that I want, and, like, who do I care about and what did they want? Like, it could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably only kept enough money to keep the family going and then everything else went into resources. Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's just like, imagine living for decades like that. I can't.
So sad.
So yeah, I don't know, I think it's an interesting chapter. And I know it's very divisive, but like, I feel like there's so much kind of shades of gray and stuff that make it interesting. And just, you know, it's like, okay, I can see kind of where everybody comes from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's interesting. He goes to prison for tax evasion.
He would.
Would he have, like, the Al Capone, like, jail cell too? Where it's all decked out?
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh my god. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, dang, they just let him do that.
Yeah.
That's wild. Al Capone was wild.
Yeah.
Like, the mafia was... You did not mess with them, huh? Even when they get, like, arrested, they still just get to live in luxury. Wow.
Demanding.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alright, does anybody have any, new predictions, or even if you're stuck to your old ones still, any ideas on who you think the witch might be?
Good question. Good question.
Any ideas on that?
I'm also gonna just contribute those points real quick.
All good? God. Painting man is gonna come out of the painting and clothesline maid. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, nondescript thinks it's probably the maid. I see.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, she has been kind of sus, especially this chapter.
Yeah, all the stuff about like, you sure you don't remember me? You sure? Are you sure? You've been here before. Bitch, remember me. Like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think it's here, but I don't know her other rollout of that, though. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. That was the same conundrum I had. I was like, it has to be the maid, but that feels too obvious. It has to be the maid. What is she?
Yeah, I was like, the obvious answers to me always felt like either the maid or the white-haired girl, but I was like, that feels so obvious, though. Could it really be either of them? Like...
Right. Oh, it's a good
I am
mystery.
actually not going to answer how many chapters there are. I'm going to just keep that a quiet little secret for now, but when I feel like it's the right time to tell you guys, I will tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can Google it if you want, but I do ask that if you look it up, you just keep that information quiet and to yourself for anybody who might want to just kind of have the suspense of not knowing when the story is going to come to a head.
Yeah. It felt more impactful that way, not knowing when or how long it was.
It could just be that we haven't seen anything concrete about the witch. That's true, like, all we really know right now is there is supposedly a witch. Like, what kind of, how or why she's a witch, or like what this curse is, or why she placed it. You know, we don't know anything like that. We don't even know a witch really exists. We know there's some weird magic-y stuff happening, but like, that's also like, well, is there a witch or is this house just like that?
Yeah.
Oh, if it were a wizard. It would be Jafar. That's so right.
Oh no.
You are so right.
That's too many layers right there. Too many layers.
I think it's enough layers. I think it's a good amount of layers.
No.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Freyja, or add?
No, I think that's it.
Alright then, I guess we should wrap up. I did pick out a streamer I think would be fun to raid. They're doing a 24-hour 10k celebration and they're playing Genshin Impact right now. I think that could be a really fun stream to go hop into.
Oh.
So, we need a raid channel message.
We do.
Or a raid message.
What does Aqua smell like right now?
Sniffy.
Dried ocean water.
I see.
Maria did nothing wrong.
What about Maria did some things wrong, some things right, and so did Jacopo?
There you go. I like that one too. I like that one.
We exist in a complicated world of many shades of gray.
Yes, true.
God, just creature as the raid message would be so funny.
It would be.
I'm kind of tempted for that, I'm not gonna lie.
You could.
We could. Subs, do we want to do just a creature raid? We could. Why not? It would be funny.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let me make sure just that I'm typing this user's name right. We do not, because they're not the nipples. They're absolutely not nipples. I cannot... Sometimes y'all really get me worked up.
Just the feet, huh?
Alright though, thank you guys so much for coming. And I hope you have a great night. It was super fun.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll see you later. Have a great night.